Welcome in to the ROTL UK podcast. I'm Matthew Turner alongside Ash Soden. This is the live reaction show for Falcons at Lions today from Ford Field in Michigan, and I'm still trying to get my graphics together. So is that going to work? Hey, there we go. How about that? Ash, I've been away for a week and I'm totally out the loop. So can you get us and our viewers up to speed on where we're at? Because let's not do Seattle, but where are we coming into this game?
Beaten up, to say the least. There's been quite a few injuries, so that's one of the reasons why we called up Dan Skipper and Brandon Joseph from the practice squad. Who I'm kind of excited to see Brandon Joseph, to be honest. Obviously, before he transferred to Notre Dame, he was getting quite rave reviews at Northwestern, transferred to Notre Dame to replace mine and Ant's draft crush in that draft that cycle, Carl Hamilton. Went a bit downhill aside from breaking JSN on a play, and then obviously falls to us as a UDFA, makes some plays in camp, sticks around on the practice squad, and now he's coming up to play that sort of Kirby role of like the single high free safety. But at the same time, we do have some momentum. I know we said don't mention Seattle, but we did play well outside of the turnovers and then just not being able to stop them in overtime. Luckily for me, that sort of heartbreak of overtime was fixed yesterday with an overtime win for a certain college team I support. But so now we've just got the Lions themselves have got to avenge the loss in a way, use the crowd and the momentum to just absolutely blitz the Dirty Birds.
I have to admit, I was very surprised that we were as poor as we were defensively against Seattle. And like I say, I haven't gone back to watch it fully, but the fact that it was even competitive surprised me because I just didn't buy that Seattle were that good. The fact that they shredded us leaves me concerned for the rest of the season. I know that Aaron Glenn has had a lot of flack. Ash, do you think it's justified?
A bit. So I know me, Ant, and Rye discussed it on Monday, and then a bit yesterday with Steve. He does because he was overthinking it apart. So the player obviously everyone keeps coming back to is the 30-yard completion to Noah Fant, where then decided to blitz both CJ and Branch and leave James Houston on an island one-on-one with Noah Fant. That's not putting your players in the best positions to win. I know we were struggling to pressure Gino despite them missing Cross and Lucas, but there's trying to make artificial pressure and there's just putting yourself in a hole where you're going to put players in bad positions. And that's what happened with James Houston. I know me and you have both been advocates for sort of rounding Houston's game out a bit more with coverage and run defense, but not to the extent that Glenn was doing it last week. There was even a play at one point where he had both Hutch and Levi dropping back from D tackle positions to cover the middle of the field on zone play, like his zones, while the linebackers blitzed. It was just too much. He needs to sort of go back to basics in a way, not overthink things. Blitz, of course, but do it in the right ways and don't leave players in situations where they're just going to be absolutely targeted.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because it's the sort of thing where Hutch drops into coverage last year, makes a great pick. Glenn's a genius. You never saw him, and you
Yeah.
do similar things this time around, and you get absolutely hammered for it. I do think there's something in showing them something that they don't expect to see, but you live and die by that sword.
Exactly. It's as I say, well, Brian Shook's got it right in the sort of chat. Maybe the AGC or the flowers Ben Johnson's getting for being creative and that, and he wants to do the same. He wants to be seen as this creative genius on defense, and it is maybe just making him make questionable calls. But at the same time, like we can say some of the calls that Ben Johnson made last week were also a bit questionable. So obviously, the fourth down play where Goff threw the pass to Gibbs and it was dropped.
Hmm.
Even though going back, it kind of worked two plays earlier. Goff high pointed it to Gibbs and he comes down with it. Going back with the exact same kind of play, bit questionable. And then some of the play calling and the tempo at the end of the game drive where we were driving to potentially go win, but we didn't use the timeouts. We were very slow to get to the line, and it led us to take into instead of potentially taking a shot to the end zone to win the game, we take three, go to overtime, and then Goff doesn't get to touch the ball again. It's completely out of his hands.
Yeah, situational football once again, just kind of letting it get away from us. It's very frustrating. I struggle to handle it, if I'm honest. Hey to everyone in the chat. Hope you're having a good week. Hope you haven't missed me too much. I actually did get a message from someone saying, "Are you okay? You haven't been on." We've gotten to the point where someone's actually missing us if we're not here now, which is great. Um, Hello to Mike the Marine, Big Areas, Old Gentleman, Cooldown Rat in the Twitch chats, Wayne Wickoff, Becky Jane Blackwell, Brent DeWitt, Ken Button, Brian Shook, Mile Marker, Carlton Wood. Hope I haven't missed anyone. And of course, at the top, I think this might have been some time ago, but Jeff Hurley super chatting for $10 as well when the stream was scheduled. So thank you, Jeff, for that. You're absolutely incredible, man. Thank you. Everyone, what's your score predictions for this game? We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff. Ash, you did the preview article on ROTLUK.com. What do you make of this matchup?
I think there's things we can exploit here. So I know if you guys listened to the very good preview we did yesterday with High Low Country, who was absolutely amazing, by the way. If you haven't listened to that, probably after the game, you have to go listen to it, but go listen to the guy. He absolutely knows his stuff, and he was amazing to talk to, even when I was fumbling, asking my questions a bit. There are things we can exploit here. So Ridder actually does worse in the pocket when he's allowed to stay in the pocket and not really pressured than he is when he's blitzed or under pressure, because him getting on the move, throwing on the run, he's good at that. So we need to contain Ridder, which I know what we've been doing the past couple of weeks with Gino and Mahomes, but we can't go too deep with our rushes like we were the past couple of weeks. We really need to keep him in the pocket. Obviously, they've got big outside wide receivers that they like to take play action shots with, but they're not exactly the most productive guys. So the most productive receiver they've got is the big name guy, Bijan Robinson, who's obviously the star number 8 overall pick. People are already comparing him to Gibbs and saying, oh, yeah, maybe the line's overthought and they should have taken Bijan or they should have taken other players, not mentioning any particular draft analysts who are doing that 2 weeks into the season. But that's the passing game is pretty much that. If Carl Pitts, unfortunately, not really getting used, which is good for us in a way because we have a real weakness against tight ends. So hopefully this is not the breakout game for him this season. But that, and then in the running game, obviously, zone running, like to get the offensive lineman on the move, which is part why they're great in run blocking, but their pass blocking is not as great. So it's something hopefully we can exploit. And then obviously they've got a really good 1-2 punch with Bijan Robinson and Tal Algier, who went for 1,000 yards last season. So stopping the run is going to be the priority in the offense. Stop the run, contain Ridder, limit the big explosive plays downfield. And then on defense, defensive line's really good. Edge rush, but the linebacker room's a bit weaker. So Caden Ellis, who is the son of former Lion defensive tackle Luther Ellis, came over from Saints with Onumata on the defensive line, and Nielsen, defensive coordinator, who was the D-line coach for New Orleans, which explains why it's so good. Good at stopping the run, good on the defensive line and rushing the passer, but the edge rushers are weaker. Both the starting safeties have got higher pass rushing grades from PFF than the edge rushers right now, which is a bit concerning for a team if that's happening. But and then in the secondary, AJ Terrell is being his great self. Jesse Bates is looking like the absolute steal of free agency, despite that big contract, two interceptions already, and I think a forced fumble in the run game. He's looking great. But then Trey Flowers, who's been playing in the place of former Lion Jeff Okudah, hasn't been great. Their slot corner has basically given up 90% of targets his way. So hopefully Amon Ra won't be too limited with this turf toe / foot injury he's got going on. We can absolutely target him. And then former pod favorite, shall we say, Richie Grant has been doing okay, but not exactly lighting the world on fire. So if you can get Laporta or Gibbs or Brock Wright, James Mitchell lined up on him, we might be able to get some big plays on him as well. So it's really a case of just avoid Bates and Terrell in the passing game and really target those edge rushers in the running game, which is why hopefully Gibbs, supposed to getting a bulk of the carries, we'll be able to target them with the sort of speed, what outside zone kind of plays or counter where we really do target the edges and get them going sideline to sideline.
Thank you to Jasmine Selvage, who subscribed on YouTube. Appreciate you. Jeff Hurley saying 37-17 Lions. Mike the Marine Lions 31-23. I am the guy who picked, what was it, 13-4 preseason? But I'm not going to lie that the Seattle result has shaken me. And with Decker out, Vaitai out, who else is out? David Montgomery's out. Kirby Joseph's out. It's a list which, even though we're at home and it's going to be loud, it gives me reason to reconsider this. And the way that the Falcons play their game, I don't know. I mean, I was a big Ridder fan coming out, but I'm not exactly going to tell you that I think he's lit the world on fire, because he really hasn't. So, what do I go for? The Lions potentially slightly trajectory downwards at the moment, need to rebound here at home. But the Falcons have a fairly steady state offense, which is just going to be productive because of who they are. And the defense is pretty stingy. So
yeah,
I've got a hard time calling this one. I wouldn't be surprised to see overtime. I really wouldn't.
Oh God, not again.
I know, but I don't want to call it either way. The teams are just coming to the field now. Let me give you that full list of inactives and actives. So for the Lions, Decker, Joseph, Broderick Martin, David Montgomery, Emmanuel Mosley, and Halapuluvati Vaitai all miss out today, as well as Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He went on IR this week, didn't he? And
he
did someone
and
else? And James Houston as well.
With a broken ankle / fibula.
Yeah, so that sucks for the Falcons. Jeff Okudah is active, obviously in the trade from the Lions to the Falcons this offseason. Cordarrelle Patterson inactive. I think that's through injury still through the first couple of weeks. And inactive otherwise, Javon Gwynn and Isaiah Prince, the offensive lineman. Defensive lineman Albert Huggins and Joe Gazzano. Quarterback Logan Woodside. And cornerback Clark Phillips III, which I think was viewed as a slight surprise, at least on this show, although maybe not on the other side.
Yeah, so as I said, the current starting cornerback, D. Alford, hasn't been the best, but I think because Clark Phillips is kind of undersized, they're trying to get him in the weight room, get a bit more weight on him, and just get him up to speed with the NFL game, because while he was good coming out of Utah, there was some deficiencies in his game, which is obviously why he's not here, for example, where we needed a slot corner. But as I said in the Discord earlier to Rye, I would expect Phillips to be starting for the Falcons by the year's end. So who knows if there's a rematch in January, we could be seeing Clark Phillips against Amon-Ra instead of D. Alford.
Could be. Right. We are moments away from the kick, and I would normally watch Red Zone as well, but because I'm trying to do the scoreboard at the same time, I'm going to not watch Red Zone for the first time in a while, and we'll see what happens with that. Many thanks to I Can Help with subscription with Prime. His third month in a row, 7 months total, puts out the dog emoji in there. Thanks, I Can Help. Appreciate you. Really helps us out and supports the show, especially with the draft coming up and trying to do some fun things there. I don't know if you guys have seen the new merch that we have had a look at. We're just mucking about and trying to see what things we can do, not for sale at the moment, but just trying to get some samples. And I think they're all right. So let me know what you think. But yeah, so scoreboard is ready to go, I think. Just trying to make sure that everything else is good, and I think it is. So it is reported that Ifeatu Melifonwu is going to start at safety as well alongside Tracy Walker. Is it a surprise? Yeah. I know that Pride of Detroit said it was expected. Is it a surprise to you that we're not pushing Branch back there instead of chucking Iffy in and maybe putting in Chase Lucas or something at nickel? Or Will Harris?
No, for me, no. It's the same conundrum we had last week with the offensive line when Decker was out. So I was always advocating you move the least amount of people. So instead of moving then it was instead of moving Saul to left tackle and then putting in someone else new, I was always like, oh yeah, just put Matt Nelson left tackle.
Yeah.
Obviously that didn't happen, which showed that Decker was probably going to be out longer than we were expecting, which is coming true. So for me, yeah, keep Branch in the nickel where he's been really good. And to be fair, him staying in the nickel will allow him to line up against Jonnu or Pitts, because the Falcons, as I said yesterday and in the preview, they don't really run for 11 personnel. They're more 2 and 3 tight end sets. So having Branch basically shut one of them down from the nickel be good, and then having Campbell, who is also supposedly in pre-game warm-ups repping at outside linebacker in 5-man looks, which is something to keep an eye on. So for me, yeah, just keep Branch in the slot and put Iffy back in the safety. To be fair, Iffy, he did look at the end of the season last year when he finally came back and was playing safety. He did look good. So perhaps hopefully it's going to continue that way. But still, yeah, we've got Will Harris who can play safety. We've got Chase Lucas was taking some safety looks in camp as well. And then obviously we've got Brandon Joseph, who we've elevated from the practice squad for this game to play there as well. So we've definitely got some pieces there to rotate around depending on matchup, hopefully.
I just realised that I got the colours the wrong way around.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I noticed that. I was like, I'm not going to. It was a good contrast, but
why is the colour for the score different? Oh, it is for both teams. That's fine. Okay, that's cool. Carlton said if he was meant to be a tight end matchup, and I mean, I expect him to play in the box quite a lot and play single high with Tracy and just have Iffy sniffing around there. I mean, if they go heavy sets, he's going to need to be in the box a lot. So that makes a lot of sense, really. So is it expected that Sewell plays at left tackle and Nelson at right?
Yeah, so I think the expected lineup for the offensive line is going to be Sewell at left tackle, then Jonah, Ragnall, Glasgow now with right eye, and then Matt Nelson at right tackle. And then, honestly, I don't even know who was on swing last game. I don't even think we even played any 6 offensive lineman looks with Nelson in the starting lineup at all.
That's baffled me. I mean, it was one of the things that we were talking about doing a lot, and one of the reasons why you might keep Matt Nelson around, and we kept him around, and we haven't really done it.
Yeah. To be fair, I can actually look it up because I've got my lovely app that I use for formation subs tells me. But I think it's
bloody days and the zone. Don't care what it is. The video has just gone super small because it's put the stats up there, and I'm like, I don't want the stats. Go away. In order to make this work, I'm going to have to not look at your face, unfortunately, but never mind.
That's fine. I knew it was going to happen at some point. Let's have a look. So, why doesn't it tell me? Great.
Carlton just said our seeker, skipper, Sawsdall all active. So yeah, that is going to be an interesting run. Right, we are ready for the kickoff. Campbell with 13-22-1 record. Jack Fox kicks it away. Short kick out wide to the left, and they field it, which is a strange decision. I thought that might have been going out. Great tackle on defense on special teams by the Lions, down at the 20-yard line by number 42. That's Jaden Reeves-Mabin once again showing his worth. And it means that the Falcons are taking the field on offense. There we go. All right. Really good rushing offense for the Falcons. Poor in passing, but they did enough to beat the Packers last week. They're 2-0. And it is loud in Ford Field right now as Ridder is under center. Single back set. Bijan behind him. Transitions from right to left with the wide receivers. Trips left now. And now transitioning the other way. And Hanno, play action first one and a little screen to Bijan. Nice blocking up front. And Bijan, big hit by Alex Anzalone. Gain of 8. 2nd down and 2.
Good first play call from the Falcons. Yeah, use our pressure against us, get the ball out quick to Bijan and in open space and let him go to work.
I don't know why this isn't automatically pushing through the information, and it's really annoying. Right, 2nd down and 3. It's 3. Right, 2 back set now. And play action again. Hutch slightly held and tips it down at the line. 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Flag on the play. but really good play. Oh, I don't want to speak too quickly in case the flag is
This
on
has got
Jerry,
to be
but
a
really good.
hold.
You would hope so after some of the missed ones last week around the league, including a certain last play in overtime against a certain bird team.
I'm going to have to turn off doing the scores here, unfortunately, just because I can't
Keep up.
It's not automatically updating for the moves I make, and I can't do it like that. Yeah, Jerry Jacobs would have been called for DPI there, but because of the tip by Hutch, it's 3rd down and 3.
Ooh.
And snapped, Ridder looking left, and caught, but Algier is stopped by Alex Anzalone. What a series he's had. 4th down and 2.
Really good read from him there at the wheel position, just scrapes.
It's updating now. I've got it. Come on.
Yay.
What an unbelievable play by Alex Anzalone to read that. I think you're probably a few seconds ahead of me by the sounds of it.
I'll pause at 13:35. There we go.
13:35 now.
There we go. Right.
Clock is running. Pump formation is out and snapped, and it is away. Lions get an early 3 and out, which is great stuff. Calls for a fair catch by Khalif Raymond at the 14-yard line. Lions take over. 1st down and 10. What a start for the Lions.
Really, yeah. Gave up 7 yards in that first place. It's a really good play call by Atlanta. Then 2nd down, Hutch gets a nice PBU hand up on the defensive line to wobble the pass. And then 3rd down, Alexander Lerner making a great read and reacts play from the wheel position.
Jared Goff now, one of the premier quarterbacks so far this season. A pick 6 in the last game, but he's a top 5 quarterback by the metrics so far, and he's got a single back set in shotgun to start. Takes a snap, 2-step drop, looks for a screen. It was blown up, and Goff just throws it at Gibbs' feet. Takes the hit, takes the L in that one. It's 2nd down and 10. Gibbs got blown up in the pass rush as he was trying to chip, I think.
Yeah.
Wayne Wyckoff says, you guys are always way ahead of my Hulu feed, but that's not an issue since I'm trapped at work today. Wayne, I'm sorry, man. I don't want to be spoiling it for anyone. I wish that we could all be on the same one here. Oh, Sam Laporta was out wide, but now lots of people in transition. And they come into an I formation and hand it off to the right and stops for no gain. Jahmyr Gibbs on the run. And Troy Anderson, I think, with the tackle there. 3rd down and 10.
Another former pod favourite with.
Sorry.
So I was just going to say that on this one, but it's fine.
The Gomler said, does anyone know what the top decibel reading was last week? I didn't hear what it was.
127.3.
Wow, that's nuts. Okay, 3rd down and 10. Lions have got Overboy going 3 and out here as well quite early. Lots of pressure where the wide receivers are off the edge, but they bail out of that 4-man rush. Goff adjusts, throws short to Sam Laporta. It's only a gain of 4, and it's 4th down and 6. Punt team going to be coming out here.
Since you weren't here last week, I can play this little game with you. What do you think was higher? The highest decibel meter reading at Ford Field, or the amount of passing yards that Justin Fields had going into the 4th quarter last week?
Got to imagine then it's the decibel level.
It's the decibel meter.
Excellent. That's what I want to hear. Right, Jack Fox ready to punt on 4th and 6. Hopefully no need to punt. To make a fake this early against a team like the Falcons. They're not the Chiefs, although they are to be feared. Fox gets the punt away, and it's a deep kick from deep in his own half. Well taken, and a bit of room, and all the way down to the Falcons 35. But there is a flag on the play at about midfield.
I'm going to guess illegal blocking up back from one of the Falcons jammers.
Maybe just holding. But that would set them back at about the 10-yard line, I think.
Yep.
Holding on number 20 of the receiving team. 10-yard penalty. And that will put them back to 1st and 10. I mean, I think that was caught around the 20-yard line, so it should be 1st and 10 from the 10. And I mean, so Fox is making that kick from his own. It's the ball snapped at the 18, so he's hitting it from maybe the 5. Yeah. So he's punted from the 5 to their 20, which is a 75-yard kick. Yeah.
Roughly, yeah.
That's an absolutely incredible one. The Gomness says, who gets more rushing yards today, Ridder or Robinson? I mean,
Robinson.
I'm not betting against Bijan. I know that Ridder's going to be on the field for more snaps, and he's going to be scrambling, hopefully, quite a lot, but I can't see us being that lucky that we shut down Robinson enough to make that work. Carlson says, just like we play situational football with no mistakes or turnovers. Well, they did not risk it early, going for it on fourth down, unlike 2 weeks ago. But we have given the ball back to Atlanta on offense to start, which is not exactly ideal. Ash, first 2 series, what do you make of it?
Defense doing really. It's an inverse to last week. Defense so far looked really good, except first play obviously gave up 7 yards to Bijan, but that was just a great play call by Atlanta to sort of use our own play call against us. But then the second and third down, we locked down. They didn't get any yards, forced to 3 and out, and then offense missed Green on first down. Fair enough. Second down, I don't know. Don't know about running it like out of I formation on 2nd and 10. I would have done something differently. And then just third down, it was great play by Porter, just didn't get the necessary yards. Mm-hmm. So it's 0-0. To use the old English thing, it's 0-0. We've just got to go punch for punch with them, outscore them for the next 50 minutes or so.
Yeah, 11:49 left in the first quarter. Carlson says, is that X-Line Mike Hughes? It was rumoured he would be the punt returner, so I would not be surprised. Yes.
He is their punt returner, and it was there's quite a few of like Falcon Lions connections in this game.
Yeah, very much so.
Like, even
I've watched the first 45 minutes of yesterday's pod, where it cut off and you had to do a second one. And so I watched the whole of the first one, and it was kind of you talked about, you asked a question about that to our guest.
Yeah, because there was ones that even I forgot. So I'm looking now, like Cadell Hodge, he's a former Lion. He's their backup wide receiver right now.
11 personnel in pistol. Ridder changing the play. Very, very loud out there. Really loud on first down. Really impressive by the Lions. And handing it off and tackle behind the line, but he managed to get forward for a gain of about 3. There is no bringing down Algier. 2nd down and 7. Was that Algier?
Yeah, I think so.
Number
but
25.
going into this week, the Vikings were the only team in NFL history to have fumbled 8 times in the first 2 weeks. They've just fumbled again.
Oh dear. Right. The Lions fans continue to make it an absolute cauldron out there. 2nd down and 7, and there's a flag. There's a flag on the play. Must be 12 men on defense or a false start. I reckon this is.
I think it's a mix. I was trying to count. I think they had 12 men in the offensive huddle.
12 men in the offensive huddle. Oh yeah. Wow! I'd have thought it might be 12 men on us.
Atlanta got a timeout just in time. I think it was a missed substitution by one of the receivers.
All right, so Falcons use a timeout just in time to avoid taking a penalty, which is a bit of a shame. 2nd down and 7 when they come back from that. What else do we got?
Let's have a look around. Well, I know the Dolphins scored early with Tyreek Hill.
Music to my ears. I've got Tyreek in a few things.
Let's have a look. Yep, he scored a
54-yard touchdown. That's going to be very useful for my fantasy team. All right. We're back out there at the 15-yard line of the Falcons. 2nd down and 7. 11:14 left in the first quarter. This game has gone slow so far. We've had 3.5 minutes in the first 10 of actual time.
Yep.
All right. Ridder in pistol again with 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 in motion and play action. Oh, good hit. And Ridder looking deep and overthrows it towards Drake London. That's going to be 3rd down and 7, but Drake London had about 2 yards of separation there and Ridder just missed him.
Great pocket penetration by Aleem though. Really good.
Yeah, just got popped by the running back, didn't he?
Yeah.
11:07, 3rd and 7 in shotgun now. 11 personnel. Ridder changing it at the line. Ridder snaps it, takes
Push
it,
off.
looking deeper. Drake London with a lovely catch over Cam Sutton, and it's 1st down and 10, gain of like 28 yards for 1st and 10. Lovely
OP,
throw by Desmond Ridder.
OPI. That should be OPI.
I mean, he
So you
was
see
calling
that
for it.
he was calling for it, but you saw just as the ball comes, you can see it from the sort of like end zone angle. He puts his hand in Sutton's face mask and like whacks him away.
Ugh. 1st down and 10 at the Falcons 43. Showing blitz now, the Lions.
Oof.
And Ridder keeps it, coming to the outside. And big hit on him by Anzalone, inbounds. Well done by Alex Anzalone. Good stuff.
Dude is the Nautic missile right now. He's flying here, there, and everywhere.
The Viking warrior.
Great to peel off the block from 40. From fullback Keith Smith as well.
Nice. I love that because Anzalone can let him go. Ridder's just running out of bounds. He's not trying to get any more yards. And Anzalone recognises that he can actually get the run on him and hit him before he gets out. That's smart play. 2nd down and 8. Clocks are running. I formation. Ridder snaps it and play action again. Quick turnaround of sack! Come on! It is number
Benito.
94, Benito Jones.
I'm ahead of you. Okay, I will pause for 5 seconds. I'm not ahead of you again.
Sorry.
It's probably my tablet's fault.
Let's have a look at this again. Coming through interior pressure, and he just beats his man with ball rush and comes through to hit him hard.
Yeah, just absolutely swim moves Dolman, the centre.
Lovely stuff by Isaiah Buggs. 3rd down and 16 now. Can the Lions get off the field here? At the Falcons, 37. 11 personnel again. Ridder takes the snap. 2-step drop. Looking. And he's going to get sacked again!
Derek Barnes!
Derek Barnes got it!
Coming off the edge.
Oh, what a lovely play by the Lions there. Pressure this time down the right-hand side of the offensive line. And Derek Barnes gets home. Back-to-back sacks, and the Lions are getting off the field.
Love to see it.
He was playing at defensive end, and he beat two different men before getting to Ridder. Fantastic.
Makes sense. Well, obviously not to steal Ant's thunder because he keeps saying it. Barnes was an edge rusher at Purdue before he moved to off-ball in his final year. It makes sense to play him there.
Punts away, directional to the left-hand side. Chance to return here for Raymond. Surveying the field, spots a gap, keeps going, hits his own man, unfortunately, and down at the 34-yard line. Lions, for the first time, have good field position. As the ball is turned over, the Lions with 2 sacks on that possession, and it is a total role reversal so far.
It really is. Like, fair play to Glenn. Fair play to Glenn. I know it's only 2 drives in, so I shouldn't really jump to too many conclusions, but we've suddenly doubled our sack total within 2 drives. Well, in 2 plays. We came to the day with 1 sack. Now we've got 2 on 2 plays. And from guys who were going, well, not Barnes so much, he was our highest graded PFF player anyway, but Benito has been getting a few bits of flack the past couple of weeks for not really doing much. Shows up there on the 2nd down.
And I mean, the way they were going, you know, they had separation on some routes there. Ridder had a little bit of time to throw. They're doing a lot of play action. I think that they're thinking that we're expecting them to just rush all the time. And so they're trying to use that against us. And for the most part, I don't think we've bitten on it.
100%. And it just shows good eye discipline, I think, for us not to bite on it. We know that they're running teams who we think we would, but we've got to be, but after that first play, I think we'll become a bit more wary of like, okay, maybe they will do play action. We're trusting ourselves to take that little half second to properly read and react to the play, which I love to see. I love to see it.
So just looking at what's happened so far, Ridder has 3 of 5 for 36 yards, but with the 2 sacks for net loss of 20, he's got net passing yards so far of only 16 and rushing yards between Algier and Riddick of 5. Bijan Robinson has not had a touch of the ball rushing as yet, although he has got a 7-yard reception. Obviously, the Lions have only had 3 offensive plays so far, but they're going to start in good field position coming up. Right, what else do we have? That's 8:17 left in the first quarter. No score as yet. And let's have a look around the league. So, Baltimore up 7-0 on Indy. The Browns up 3-0 on Tennessee and have the ball. Miami 7-0 up against Denver and are in the red zone. They're at 2nd and 7 at the 8. The Patriots are 3-0 up against the Jets and they have the ball. Buffalo are 3-0 up on Washington and have the ball. And New Orleans are 7-0 up against Green Bay. Love to see that. Houston also 7-0 up against Jacksonville. What?
Yeah, Stroud has come out to deal today. So I'm not going to be too mad because that just means more
Goff takes a snap
for Jacksonville.
And nubbly throw to Sam Laporta, 11-yard gain, first down line. Sorry to interrupt you there, Ash.
I was just going to say it's just more passing opportunities for Jags, so it's more likely that Kirk is going to be the best of the 2 receivers I asked about on Discord. Though I should have asked about, was thinking about Laporta over Ingram, so maybe I should have bit the dust on that one and done it because Laporta's looking good.
Goff changing the play at the line here. He's under centre and takes a snap, and they've changed to a run with Gibbs breaking through 1 and getting 5 yards up, all the way up to midfield for the Lions now. There is a flag on the play, however. Personal foul for a shot block on the Lions. That is going to be 1st down and 25.
Matt Nelson, man. He did so well last. He did well last. Like, Nelson actually looked okay last week. Like, you remember that one game everyone used to pride him on where he shut down Khalil Mack?
Mm-hmm.
He was around that level where he looks like passable. You could actually keep him around, but shot block, man.
That looked very harsh to me. 1st down and 25 from the Lions 30 now. Goff needs to get this snap off. 1 second left. He does get the snap off. Surveying, looking, and lovely throw to Amon-Ra St. Brown for a gain of about 20?
15, I think.
My sound is completely gone on the broadcast. There we go. We're back. 2nd down and something. 2nd down and 10. You're right. I think the fans have broken...
broken the broadcast mics.
From the 45-yard line of the Lions now. 2nd down and 10. Goff, quick drop and nice throw. On time to Sam Laporta. He gains 10, I think. The Lions are coming up behind him and he definitely gains 10 now. That is a 1st down bit of yardage. The Lions have converted from 1st down and 25. What a job there by Jared Goff, Sam Laporta, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, Ash.
Yeah, it's lovely to... again, this is a common shot to throw at certain players. But it's nice to see a tight end fight through contact and get extra yards.
Oh, our offensive line folds like a lawn chair there. Run by Gibbs up the middle. Met by 3 different Falcons and it's 2nd down and 10. He did get back to the line. What was really impressive about that run from Sam Laporta is it was him with 6 Falcons players first to him. He beat 1, slid off another, and then was against 4, and then all the Lions players suddenly came in behind him to give the extra push, but super impressive by him. 2nd down and 9, they're crediting him with a yard there.
To make it even more impressive, Laporta has 13 catches so far this season.
Oh, Goff took a pop, but Raymond gains 12 yards, and that's another 1st down for the Lions. I hope Goff's all right, though. He got absolutely planted. He's fine.
If he was all right with the Dow Taylor play last week, he'll be fine here.
It wasn't even a big hit, that. It was a cheap shot, but like that was nothing. Yeah, that's all right.
It was a bit blindsided. He was winded, but I was going to say, Laporta has 13 catches so far this season. How many have gone for 1st downs?
No idea.
8.
Wow, that's very good. This drive got 4 of 4 for 47 yards as we hit 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Only 10 seconds left from when the huddle broke to get this off at the 33-yard line. Amon-Ra in transition right to left and hands it off to Gibbs. Comes up the middle.
Not Gibbs.
Keeps driving. Not Gibbs. Who's that?
Bam.
That's
Zonovan
Knight with his first touch as a Lion. Here's the Saints touchdown. And Carr to Jimmy Graham. What a blast from the past.
I called it on Discord though, and quite a few other people did. Not as Knights in over Craig Reynolds.
2nd down and 7 now. 4:20 to go in the first quarter. 11 personnel and Amon-Ra St. Brown lining up as Z receiver. And that is Gibbs this time?
Yeah.
And 10-yard run for him and a first down.
Love the little sidearm fake from Goff after handing the ball off.
The nuance of his play is getting better and better. He drew the sack for the personal foul last week that we just mentioned with an amazing fake, and that was really good again as well.
Come on, just outside the red zone now, guys. Come on.
1st down and 10 with 3:45 to go. 11 personnel again in shotgun. Goff looked like a slight false start there, but gets away with it. Gibbs hit by 3 different men behind the line. Eventually, maybe loses a half yard, but basically back down at the line. 2nd down, and I'm going to call it 10. They might get 11.
Yeah, they just overloaded that side of the line, and Jonah just couldn't block them all, unfortunately.
2nd down and 11 then. 5 minutes this drive has taken at the 23-yard line. Goff, 11 personnel again in shotgun. Surveys. Calls his man in motion, which is Reynolds. Wheel route. And Laporta was throwing the ball behind the line. That's a massive tackle for a loss of 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 16 here. And maybe the Lions should be looking at taking a field goal here. That's an ill-advised throw, Ash, and maybe you should have thrown that away.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. I guess Goff was just going through his progressions correctly and just went to the safety valve. But yeah, should have thrown it away instead of taking the loss. But
3rd down and 14, 2.5 to go. In 0-1 personnel here, 1 running back, 4 wide receivers with 13 on the field. That's Reynolds, I guess. Oh, lovely throw to Reynolds. Oh, not lovely throw. Poor throw to Reynolds. Raymond, but a lovely catch. 4th down now. Got about half the yards back. 4th down and 7, but he's coming off the field and field goal unit are coming out.
Okay. I was going to say, with 4, this is per Lions PR to the press stuff. With 4 catches so far today, Lions tight end Sam Laporta now has 14 receptions on the season. This ranks as the 2nd most receptions in NFL he has had through 3 career games in league history.
Riley Patterson on to kick the field goal from 37 yards. And it is away, slightly to the left, but it is good. Lions up 3-0. First points allowed in the first quarter by Atlanta this season. Wow.
Yeah. Atlanta have been stingy since that. They've also not allowed a 4th down conversions yet so far this season on 4 attempts.
That's crazy. Oh, wow. Okay. I must be quite a long way behind live because ESPN says a completely different time to me.
I'm on an advert for DoorDash right now.
Good. I'm glad that we're together. Wayne Wyckoff says Atlanta could be a threat with the pass catchers available. If they get that together, that play action could be tough. I mean, they've shown that it can be tough because they're getting separation out there, but unfortunately, Ridder has the tools in the arsenal, but he needs to get the consistency.
He really does. We know the guy can do it because he's one of the most winning. I know winningness is not really a QB stat, but he's won. He was up there for college games won for a QB.
Yeah,
college.
We know he's got the 2nd all time.
Yeah, something like that. So he's got the pedigree there. It's just, as you say, just getting it all together. And I think he can in the system. It's an offspring of the Shani system, which makes it easy reads for the QB. It's just getting that confidence up for him, I think.
Yeah. Carlson's just saying, did Matt see the late hit on Goff against the Seahawks last week? He was fined this week. Yeah, it was about $10,000, I think, or just under $10,000 he got fined. And I mean, Goff just makes an incredible play fake there, and the celebration is absolutely just fantastic to watch by the Seahawks guy because it's just incredibly funny. He still thinks he has him even after the flags come out. But yeah, no, it's a funny part of a very annoying game.
Yeah, I'm just sad because as I said yesterday, I followed the advice of CJGJ and I bought that blue ski mask. I was ready to put it on, and now it's hiding in the cupboard again.
Did we get a pick? I don't think we did we? Against no.
No, no, we didn't. No, we got nearly Kirby got another one, another near pick last week, but not yet. Though the Cam Sutton did run out today, supposedly wearing a blue ski mask, so it's not completely over yet.
Oh, I don't think it should be over yet. I mean, one game does not determine a season at all. Right. Kickoff coming up here for the Lions. And Jack Fox hits it away. And this one is a bit deeper and it goes through the end zone for a touchback. 1:46 left in the first quarter, 3-0 Lions. Carson said Deshaun Watson got 3 fines from one game. I'm sure he did. He should be grateful he's on the field, to be honest.
I was going to say the Browns supposedly, if he gets suspended, they can void all his guarantees.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Of course. That's how guarantees work. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Falcons coming out on offense now. 1st and 10. 1:46 to go. Under center Ridder for the first time that I can remember. And hands it off, coming left. And that's Bijan. Gets hit, but contact balance is fantastic and gets a gain of about 12 yards. And a first down for Bijan Robinson and the Atlanta Falcons.
Really good run for them. I'd obviously say in the obvious, saw we're in 4-3 there, so we're going for a lot more sort of like base run defense looks than nickel now. But yeah, just a really good run from Bijan there.
Not a great tackle by Malcolm Rodriguez, unfortunately, there. Just bounced off of him. 1st and 10, 1:15 left in the first quarter, and 2 tight ends in the game for the Falcons. Wide receiver in motion as well. It looks like it's man-to-man, and it's a toss play to Bijan up the middle, and a good tackle there by... I can't see who that is. Number 95. That would be Romeo Okwara.
Pull out the jersey quickly.
As the president of the fan club, I'm absolutely delighted with that play. 2nd down and 8 for the Falcons here. They need to put a drive together here. Otherwise, the Lions are going to dominate the ball in this first quarter.
Yeah.
This time lined up in the pistol with 4 wide receivers. And now they empty it out. 5 wide. That means Alex Anzalone is lined up man-to-man on the outside. That's a mismatch. Only just gets a snap off from Ridder with a lovely throw to Drake London, gain of 10 yards up to the 49-yard line of the Atlanta Falcons and a first down.
I thought that was Pitts.
Pitts, my bad. Yes. Sorry.
To be fair, you just proven how Atlanta likes have their like wide receiver room if you keep confusing their wide receivers for tight ends.
Yes.
It's very much run blocking first, catching second.
All right.
So not to speak of the other football, but have you seen the Newcastle result?
Yes, I have. That's funny.
How can you like 8 different goal scorers as well?
Yeah, that's stupid. I'm just typing up some of the stats here for our little score bug. So if you just bear with me a moment. Ash, give us your thoughts on the first quarter.
Offense is look, but to be fair, all 3 sides of the ball are looking good. Obviously, we've made a couple of plays on special teams, like Chase Lucas drawing the holding penalty, Patterson kicking the field goal, Jack Fox absolutely booming the punts. Offense has made some plays. Like I know it's ESPN are saying that Goff hasn't attempted to pass over 10 yards yet, with 4.4 average yards per attempt. But we're looking good on offense, though. Running could be a bit better. but that's nitpicking. And then defense is making some plays. Obviously, 2 sacks, a couple of PBUs already, and we are holding Atlanta in check so far. So long may it continue.
Good defensive performance so far, especially by the Lions. I really liked the defensive work seen there. First drive by Anzalone, second drive by Barnes and Benito. They got to keep backing that up, but in coverage, I think it looks like we're struggling a little bit. Would you agree?
Yeah. I'm looking for the stats now. Ooh, this is the first time the Falcons have trailed at the end of the first quarter of this season. They were 1-8 when trailing after 1 last season. So that's good news.
Can't read much into that, though.
Yeah, true.
I think those sort of things are the most useless stats, unless it's like over the last 10 years, this team, when leading at the half, won every single game or something, whether the sample size is really big, then I just don't think it means anything. Okay, a team that's behind loses more often than it wins. Oh, I'm shocked, you know?
Exactly.
It's silly. Right. We are in the second quarter. 15 minutes to go of it. Lions have so far slightly dominating possession. And here's the toss out to... Bijan Robinson. And what a tackle by Brian Branch behind the line. Second down and 12 coming up. Fantastic play by him.
Really is. Being the guy who just gave up the reception to Pitts at the end of the quarter, bouncing back almost immediately, you love to see it from the rookie. And then there's the little green there's the little green thing that I keep getting asked about week by week.
I tell you what, that was a rugby tackle, that was. Wrap him up round the ankles. Yeah. Fantastic stuff. 5 wide here for Ridder. Second down and 12 at their own 46. Calls for the snap and gets it. 2-step drop. Looking, throwing with power and beats the Lions in the zone coverage. And that is Kyle Pitts once again. First down and 10. Down to the 48 of the Lions.
Yep.
Not ideal. Not ideal to get that tackle for a loss, put them in negative position, and they just get out of jail with a lovely throw by Desmond Ridder.
Really was, yeah.
The Lions 38. I swear they said 48, but good pass. Right, Ridder under centre here. Heavy set on the left-hand side, and they are play action. Hutch coming for him. He does throw it, and lovely throw, lovely catch. That's a gain of 12 yards by catch by Jonnu Smith, and a first down once again.
That's what the deep ball for Atlanta is, those kind of routes. I know that Ridder, his strongest target, one of his strongest areas is the sort of deep sidelines in that area where you get the sort of deep action, play action shots and just throw jump balls for London and for Hollins.
Right, first down and 10 now at the 26. Hands it off to Algier, and McNeil looks to get him down. It is going to be a tackle for a loss eventually. Loss of 1, second down and 11. That was a kind of group effort.
Assisted tackles, yeah. I love the reaction of McLean as well. Just for even stopping Bijan's progress, he's celebrating that. So, which I'm back.
Austin's
to play on Bijan, slippriest guy.
Austin's asking why the Chargers game is delayed. Do you have any knowledge?
I will have a look.
Right. Falcons breaking the huddle. They haven't got much time. 12 seconds left when they get to the line. 11 personnel here. Lions in 4-3 with Hutch in wide 9. Pitts in motion left to right. Play action. And that's a tackle for a loss blown up by number 6, which is Ifatu Melifonwu for the tackle for a loss. Lovely read by him to come down and make the tackles. A play action and then a running back screen? Or it might be a wide receiver screen, actually.
Wide receiver.
Yeah. Tight end screen.
Tight end screen to Jonnu Smith, yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be third down and 14 now. Sorry.
I can't see anything about the Chargers game being delayed.
30-yard line now. Yeah, no idea. 10 seconds left to get this play off. 11:40 left. Third and 14. Snaps away. Ridder gets the ball out quickly. And a great pass breakup by Brian Branch. 4th and 14. And the field goal unit is going to be coming out for the Falcons. And one of the best in the NFL, Younghoe Koo, is going to be attempting one here.
Well, you say that, but Q has he's missing extra points, and we saw last week that the ghost of Mason Crosby still haunts Ford Field. So who
What a
knows?
play by Branch! My word. Sorry.
All
Yeah.
right, I'm just watching the Q lineup for the field goal
Right.
now.
Koo, 5 from 5 for field goals this year. For 48 yards, snap is good, hold is good. That is almost down the middle. 3-3 here with 11:32 left in this one, in the first half.
It is, yeah. It's just after the first quarter, and we're already having people calling for Jerry to be benched for Stephen Gilmore.
I mean, I would like to see more of Gilmore, and Jerry has been burned a few times. I'm not calling for Jerry to be benched. I would like to see more rotation in there. I think that's perfectly reasonable. So,
see, I wouldn't, if I was going to play Gilmore more, it wouldn't be in this game, because you look, Gilmore is 5'8", 5'9". He's my size. London, Hollins, Hodge, Ali are all 6'4", 6'5". That is a massive size difference for him to overcome.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Maybe not this week. Next week where we're playing, I know Christian Watson's 6'4", but I think Dubes is only like 6'2". Raylan Reed's about 6 foot. They're a bit smaller, so that's a bit easy, like a bit of a more equitable size matchup for Gilmore. And don't get me wrong, I want to see more Gilly. He made absolute plays in the preseason, earned his place on the roster here, but not with this size matchup. It's just asking for the jump balls.
Just want to highlight this from the start. We have 11:32 left in this quarter. Why is my plays screwed up on the scoreboard? Right. Let me sort this out. First down and 10. Second quarter. There's 11:32 left. Okay, there we go. We have had 5 tackles for a loss in the first 19 minutes of the game. That's exceptional.
That it really is. I know it's a college football stat, and I don't know if they do it for the NFL, but I'd love to see at the end of the game what our havoc rate is. So for people who listen to the college show, you know the havoc rate is basically how on what percentage of plays the defensive line, or like basically you can force a turnover or a disruptive place like a tackle for loss sack. It will probably be up there for us right now. We'll probably be about like 20-25%. Which would be amazing.
The offensive line for the Falcons has not been great so far. I know that we might have fans out there calling for a bit more from us, but in run and in pass, we've been causing disruption so far. So I think that defensive line has been showing out. Maybe 2 sacks isn't enough for how well they've been playing, actually. But I think they've been very, very good. And we are going to have a kickoff, and the Lions, who received the ball to start the second half, are going to be receiving the ball now. And the kick is away.
That's not Craig.
Looks deep.
So Knight playing over Craig at kick return as well. I'm not complaining. I'm just
surprised.
That's very surprised. Then I think the broadcast is highlighting it, but did you read Eric's interview with Jill Costanza, the head of sports science for us?
No.
Really good piece. Like, I know the line specifically asked Eric to do it, and it's a really good piece because obviously this week we are the first team to do a women in football game.
Play action. Goff with lots of time. Gonna go deep and overshoots him. Oh, should have had him in. Goff looks disappointed. Was that Khalif Raymond?
That was Leaf, yeah.
Oh man, he had a step
just
or two.
Lovely post route from him. Oh, what
lovely double move all the way out to the corner by Raymond, and he had maybe only a yard, but his direction of travel gave him the separation, and Goff missed him. That is a really good play call. Really good O-line play, and Goff has to be disappointed he misses that one. Hands it off, and Gibbs going up the middle, and he gains maybe 2, maybe 1.
I'm going to say it again, and I know it's early in the game, and he's probably doing set up things for later. I don't like the runs on second and long,
No,
especially inside,
it's
not the
not
inside
good.
zone stuff. No.
3rd down and 8 here. Lions have to avoid a 3 and out.
Gibbs lined up. Oh, Gibbs was lined up outright. Now he's motioning back in, I think.
Laporta comes back in from outside as well. Lots of Lions in motion here as Goff changes the play and comes out to shotgun. 3rd and 8 from their own 26.5. Goff takes a snap, 2-step drop, and broken coverage and Amon-Ra St. Brown with a gain of about 15 yards and a 1st down. Looked like a pick play, and there is a flag. It'll be OPI, I'm sure.
Damn it! I was about to say, give him his former name, Amon-Ra 1st down, St. Brown, but if it is OPI, then
got to be OPI.
Let's have a look. Oh, is it on Reynolds? I don't think that's OPI. That's him just trying to run his route. And
yeah, I agree. That is not OPI, but they are going to call it. No foul on the play. 1st down stands. Excellent
Thank
call.
You. That is just him trying. That's just him trying to run his route in the bunch pattern and just getting pressed.
It is a pick play because it's designed to be a pick play, but he hasn't gone out of his way to make a block. He is just running his route.
Exactly. It's not, and it's like I think we deserve to have that one picked up after what happened last week with him, where he was running a crossing route, and a Seahawk defender literally stepped in front of him, and he got called for OPI.
Right. Goff under center snaps it. Running play to Craig Reynolds, and a gain of maybe 4, and there's a flag late. Flag late.
And there's a player down. I do believe there is a player down. I'm trying to look who it is.
Holding on the defense, 5-yard penalty and a 1st down for Detroit. This is one of the most flag-happy passing crews, I will say. And 67, Matt Nelson is down.
So who do you think's the next man up then? Is it going to be Skipper? Is it going to be Sorsdal? Or is it going to be Alseeker?
I don't think... maybe Sorsdal at right tackle, but he's barely done it. I don't think you elevate Skipper if you're not going to play him in this situation. I know we needed to elevate an offensive lineman, but you could elevate anyone. But if it's Skipper, I feel like you're doing it for the tackle depth. So I have to imagine it's going to be him. Mile Marker says, wow, that's amazing from the ref. 2 ref calls for us, eh?
Exactly.
I have to say I am slightly surprised.
I mean, after last week where they basically had a whole quarter where they just seemingly sent their flags to dry cleaners during our drives, it's very nice to see that the refs are actually, calling stuff.
All right, so we're in timeout right now. The Lions will be, I guess, around about midfield. Maybe not quite that far ahead. Let's have a look.
We're on the Falcons 45.
Okay, so the makings of a good drive here. No, I'm not a massive Matt Nelson fan, but I do think he's the best guy for the job at the moment. I fear what might happen if he's not in the game.
The cart's coming out for him, so I don't think he's going to be coming back to this game.
That's awful for him as well, because he works so hard, and he may not be the best of players, but he works hard, and he's got a shot. You don't want to see a player go down in injury in that circumstance. Okay. Let's have a look at the rest of the stats. So Ridder's gone 7 for 10 for 71. Goff's gone 8 for 10 for 75. They have 15 rushing yards on 6 carries. We have 17 on 7 carries. So we are very slightly outdoing them on total yards, but it's barely. Both teams struggling to about 2.5 yards a carry, but doing the business through the air. And given both teams' secondaries and both teams' passing offenses, I'm not massively surprised. But it feels like both teams actually are selling out against the run a little bit.
100%. Sam Laporta is the only NFL tight end to produce more than five plus receptions in first of their career games.
Play action. Goff going
As I
deep.
mentioned him,
Sam Laporta touchdown Lions. What a play! That is an exact replica of the Leaf touchdown against the Packers. Naked rollout to the left-hand side for Goff. Man gets free. Goff finally gets him. Sam Laporta, is that his first touchdown in the NFL?
I think it might be.
Sam Laporta with a huge one, 45 yards, and the Lions are up by 6. Come on!
That's read. It's the same play that we just did.
It's the exact same play.
Just flipped. So now Laporta's running it.
You know what? Chills. Literal chills.
You know what this calls for? I bought something special for this, and I'll get to pull it out now. Give me a sec to prepare this. I have bought a bottle of Jaeger, and I'm doing a Jaeger bomb for every touchdown we score.
Yeah, let's go. Lions lead 10-3. What a touchdown! And it's exact replica of the Leafs score. So you motion out for a corner route to the left-hand side, and the double move is a corner route to the right-hand side. And Laporta just shakes him. His route running is smooth. He is about 15 yards clear of everyone else. And Goff just knows he doesn't need to do much and just kind of throws a wobbly up there because he doesn't have to hit him in stride or anything like that. Massive touchdown. Goff is celebrating on the floor as he gets hit. Wonderful throw. And the Lions are up by 7 at home. Ash going Jaeger bomb. I tell you what, Jared Goff's throwing bombs out there right now. Sam Laporta, first career touchdown. He's 5 for 67 and a TD. 10:05 to go in this first half. Ash, both sides of the ball showing up. He's not there because he's going and getting his Jaeger. I might have to drink a few more as well, but I'm going to have to come back in a minute because my glass is empty. So, there we go. Oh, you guys are so good. Tony White says, I'm used to you guys calling the play before I get to it. This week I'm seeing it before you. We've slightly delayed it so that we synchronize ourselves. And the Lions kick off, and that's through the end zone. And it will be coming out to the 25-yard line of Atlanta. Carlson says, Ash must be about 10 seconds ahead of Matt. Yes. It's annoying, but never mind. Brian Shook says, yes, same play we scored on GB in week 18. Mike Marine says, that was the JMO touchdown. I mean, we run a variant of that play quite a lot. But the fact that it was a tight end is a new wrinkle. Austin said, isn't Skipper a guard most of the time? He is definitely a tackle because, as Ash said in the preview show, he's the third biggest player of all time in the NFL. So, here we go. Ridder, play action. Bootleg, and he's throwing it to the sideline. And a lovely pass breakup by Brian Branch against Kyle Pitts. It was a good throw by Desmond Ridder. I might reset my stream because I still think you're significantly ahead of me.
Sorry. While you do that, here you go, guys. Hopefully the first of many today. I have been up since about 4 o'clock in the morning, so I definitely need energy drink. Right,
here we go. 9:59 snaps away. Ridder. Nice little reverse play to Bijan and a lovely tackle by Jerry Jacobs. Gain of 1, 3rd down and 9.
I say, I know most people don't like it. I am liking 23 on Jerry Jacobs.
Yeah, I like it too. 3rd down for the Falcons, and they are desperate to convert here. Ash, I'm at 9:35 now. Where are you?
I'm at 9:30. You're 9:35 just, so you're about a second ahead of me now.
Okay.
Which I don't mind. I know you do the actual commentary. I look for the intricate stuff because I'm boring.
3rd and 9. Ooh. Ridder, with Bijan motioning back into the backfield. Time is short here. Ridder's trying to change the play. It's 2 seconds to go, and that's a false start, is it? No, Ridder chucks it up and towards Pitts, but lovely play by Cam Sutton, tracking him all the way back. It's 4th down and 9 of the Lions offense are coming back on the field.
Nelson's questionable to return with an ankle injury. Oh, double A. I think that's an A-gap blitz. Nice. Ooh. Come on, guys.
4th and 9. And the Falcons are punting away. And a reasonable punt, and Raymond calls for a fair catch and gets it at the 27-yard line. Lions offense takes over once again.
Got 4 minutes up the arm. That's
Massive,
it.
massive chance here for the Lions to put daggers in the coffin, never mind nails, because the Lions here, with a 7-point advantage and 9 minutes left to go in the half, can take off the majority of the time and then get the ball back at the start of the second half. They can really stretch this lead. But Ash, we're going to have to get the run game going if my dream comes to fruition here.
Yeah. So I know I said it before the game, and it's kind of coming true here. Running inside on the Falcons isn't going to work. They're built to stop that. We need to start getting the ball outside, counter plays, outside zone. Just get the ball at their linebackers, because outside of Caden Ellis, they're not very good against the run, to just target them, get to the edges, make them go side to sideline. Because just trying to go up the middle, I know we had an elite offensive line, now missing 2 of its pieces. Just to get the ball in space, basically. Just do that. Do that. Grind the clock down. As our guest yesterday said, if we can go into the other half with a decent lead, we should be able to win this game, because the Atlanta is built to hold a lead, not come back for one. So this is going the way we want it to go. As I'd say, Stroud is dealing today. The Texans are now 14-0 up on the Jags.
Wow, cool. I like that. I have transitioned away from the Browns being the team I have sympathy with, given everything that's happened, and I've been searching for a team that basically are shit, that I kind of want to throw my weight behind, and I think I've chosen Houston just because of how downtrodden that franchise has been for so long. Never really had a quarterback. Deshaun Watson came along and they got rid of. They dealt with a situation after it came out well. They may have hidden it at the time. You don't really know what's happened there, but I love the way they've gone about the rebuild. I love the trade up in the draft to go to 3 as well as picking at 2. I want to see them do well, so I'm delighted that they're perhaps showing Trevor who's boss.
Yeah, I've got to apologise to one of my friends at school. I'm sorry for laughing at you, Kane. He's a Jets fan, and we've been discussing about how they've put Drayton Brown on IR and that. And we were discussing the new shuffled O-line. He just texts me, "Thank God it's paying off with him as pitcher doing the 1,000-yard stare."
Right, Goff on offense and Raymond's going right, but they hand it off to the left, and lovely contact balance by Gibbs as he gains 8. That is the biggest rush of the day by either team, I think. And it'll be 2nd down and 2.
See what I mean about groaning outside? Thank you, Ben, for listening. If you're listening to the podcast, us live, Ben, you've got like a headphone in or something, one of the coaches. Thank you. And please give me my Lee McNeil's fullback dive touchdown, please.
Jules20 says, thanks for streaming this. Saludos desde Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico. Okay. You're testing my Spanish, man. 2nd down and 3. Goff, play action and a quick throw, but that was well read by the Falcons. Catch by Amon St. Brown, but a loss of 1. 3rd down and 4 coming up.
Number 20.
McFerrin said Gibbs had 9 earlier. You're right. I missed that in my memory. Also says, how can he be that calm on us with a defensive hold? You will see me hopefully be a bit more calm for the rest of this season, because during Thursday Night Football against the Chiefs, I actually got noise complaints from the neighbours, so I need to calm myself a little bit. I can still be excited, but I can't. I'm not going to shout.
You're in a shed and you're getting noise complaints. I literally have my door open on my balcony and I got none.
Oh, lovely throw and catch by Goff to Khalif Raymond around midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion. And the Lions are moving once again.
Seems like this coaching staff are really listening to us, because the fans have been saying for the past couple of weeks, more Khalif, less Marvin Jones. And look what's happening.
I mean, I said to you guys when he got his deal, he's a wide receiver too if he wants to be. So
100%. And the good thing is with that as well,
play action again. Goff looking deep, checks it down, and a big hit by the Falcons. Gain of 3 across midfield.
And that's my guy. I hate to call him my guy, but the guy I'm highlighting, Caden Ellis.
Sam Laporta, and that is a good old-fashioned rugby-style dump tackle, that is.
Love it. Let's say, well, going back to Laporta, the stat I was trying to say before he scored his amazing touchdown. He is the first the first tight end in NFL history to have more than to have 5+ receptions in his first 3 career games.
Goff looking and end-breaking route. Amon-Ra St. Brown gain a 10 and a first down for the Lions. They are rolling once again.
Love it. I'm loving it.
The chemistry between him and Goff is fantastic.
Yeah. And Goff is just in so in rhythm right now, just hitting the receivers at the right time. That's a tight window throw, something that certain people say he can't really do, doesn't have the arm strength for. Just needs to trust, and he can completely trust Amon-Ra, who's doing the little jig.
Yeah. Right from the 40-yard line now, Goff under centre, and he's going from left to right, Amon-Ra, and it's a handoff to Gibbs, and he got ahead of steam there and gains 8.5 yards, so you're only giving him 7.5. That's harsh. Second down and 3, 2.
Give him the yards. I am totally not starting him over Dameon Pierce in fantasy.
Oh, that's a big mistake.
It's because Pierce has really underperformed.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that, I'm just looking now. Yeah, that's a mistake. And then I'm looking, Evan Ingram has not had a catch so far. Sam Laporta is on 16 points.
Goff with play action, looking deep. Lovely throw. And Khalif Raymond, he wasn't touched, and he rolls forward for another couple of yards. That's about a 25-yard catch, and it's first down and goal for the Lions.
We love to see it.
Khalif in motion from right to left, beats his man one way. Oh, that's OPI all day as well. Gives him a little shove in the back. But it's not called. And so if it's not called, it's a heck of a play.
And that was the slot corner, D. Alford in coverage. Someone that I really want to target. So keep doing it. Keep throwing at 20. Throw at 20 and not 24.
First down and goal from the 10. Goff under centre. Man in motion again from right to left is Reynolds. Play action. Goff is going to take it forward, and he's going to fall down after a gain of 3. Got hit in the backfield and stumbled forward for 5. Second down and goal from the 8. Bud Dupree with the hit, but no sack, with Goff keeping his feet. And Goff did really well to keep his eyes downfield and then juke him. Got hit just in the ankle, and it was just enough to make him stumble.
Yeah, it's that little change in momentum.
4:10 left in the first half. Another 5-minute drive here by the Lions. Second down and 7 it is. From the second down and goal. Goff hands it off this time to Gibbs. Tries to go outside zone, but the Falcons have that all day. Third down and 7. Or third down and goal from the 7. 3:50 left in the half. Lions doing a good job of burning as much clock as possible, but doing it through the passing game. But we're very much in a passing situation now, Ash.
Yep. And this is where, again, I'm looking for Amon-Ra, for Laporta, and for Reynolds. Just maybe one of those where you have like Laporta and Amon-Ra running crossing routes at the edge of the end zone. Something like that.
Goff has killed the play. And 2-step drop. Goff looking right. Lots of time to throw. He's going to need to throw it away. He does throw it away over the end zone. And there's a flag! There's a flag late! And that is on the Falcons, and it's going to be pass interference. I think that was uncatchable. That was uncatchable. There's no way you can call pass interference there. No way.
I mean, we'll take it.
Illegal contact on the defense. First down and goal from the 3.
That makes more sense. Ooh, more stats about Sam Laporta. I'm loving it. His touchdown is the longest by a rookie tight end in franchise history. It is also the longest by a Lions tight end in a home game since David Sloan had a 74-yard score versus Green Bay in 19th of September 1999. So Laporta is making a lot of stats here.
First down and goal from the 3. Oh, it's half distance, so it'll be from the 4. All right, Goff in shotgun this time. He's gone for a timeout. The play clock are completely gone. It's loud out there, even when the Lions are on offense.
So yeah, in the pre-games, the ESPN sideline reporter said that it was affected last week. It was even affecting the defense. They weren't able to sort of communicate with each other. That's how loud it's getting. So
That's just
let me
ridiculous,
just
isn't
see.
it?
It is ridiculous. We were saying to the Falcons guy yesterday, he's gonna have a loud experience this week, and then next week he's gonna go to Wembley, and it's gonna be like sitting in a church.
People talk about Wembley and it being like a Super Bowl type atmosphere, and if it is, I don't want to go to a Super Bowl. I like going to games here. It's a nice atmosphere. I enjoy it. But it's nothing like going to a home game for your team. It's not anywhere near as loud. It just... And you hear all of the sounds for it, but no one shouts for them. It's weird. Goff transitions into pistol here. First down and goal from the 4, and hands it off. Beats one, but can't beat the second one. Second down and goal from the 4. Tried to go up the middle, and he did really well to beat one, Ash, but couldn't get past the second man, which was Richie Grant.
It's unfortunate. Brock Wright just misses it. I think it looks like he misses his block. Yeah, just doesn't block his guy correctly, and it just leads Gibbs to read wrong, and he just runs into traffic. It's just
Fantastic
sad because
play.
Brock Wright had a really good season last season. It's sad to see him take this step back because he hasn't been good the first couple of weeks of the season.
No, but the Lions are doing this tactically, and they're burning clock. They should run it again here, I think. Goff, no, they might take a short one, though. Goff gets pressured, actually gets contacted by his own man. There's a flag in there. It's going to be a hold. Goff runs, and they're calling it down by contact, Goff. There's a flag on the play as well, so there's going to be a hold, and there's... Saul is called for holding. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty and second down and 14.
I don't really blame Saul though because I was watching back Seattle game. He was doing a couple of things with his hands where he was for a second reacting like he was at the right side of the line instead of the left because that muscle memory.
I will say for Saul, he let that go very, very early, and it's probably a hold, but it's really harsh.
Yeah.
The clock's running. Okay, 2:26, and they do need to snap this before the 2-minute warning. But I wouldn't be surprised to just see them take the 2-minute warning after a play here. So second down and goal from the 14. Goff in shotgun, and they do hand it off. Oh, lovely blocking there, and Gibbs gets it all the way down to the 6. Lovely play. Lovely play.
Yeah. And then, yeah, Atlanta's going to use the 2-minute warning like a third timeout. Come on.
All right, and you will see Atlanta take a timeout if the Lions fail here. Third down and goal from the 6. Lovely run by Gibbs, and his stats are going to look a lot better after this drive.
100%. Hopefully, all the fantasy draft nerds and all that can shut their mouths now because he is getting the touches. It's just when you have a bruiser like David Montgomery, you don't load up Gibbs with loads of carries. You get him, you space out the carries and the touches where he can be more efficient. So all those certain people are saying, why do you draft a running back in the first round and not really use him? Shut your noise.
Oh, I've been bitten by mosquitoes so much, and I'm so itchy. It's not even funny.
Oh, God.
Ugh, it's horrible. TJ out there saying one pride. Jules20 saying, I feel like Reynolds should punch it in here. Third down and 6. I don't feel like Reynolds is going to be the guy at this one, but I would expect him to potentially be on the field in pass pro, potentially. I don't think it will be Gibbs out there unless we got 2 running backs, which I could see could have Gibbs lined up in the slot or something like that. Tim Hutchinson's out there saying, what up, Doe? And Mark saying, we've got to stop holding my breath. I mean, yeah, tell me about it. It's, I mean, even if it's a comfortable game, it never really feels like it, does it?
100%. Like, especially with these guys, we were saying it yesterday, and I was listening to a couple of the other podcasts on the way home from work while I was doing some cleaning earlier. Atlanta Lions games always seem to be stressful. So obviously, the famous one where Todd Gurley fails to fall down at the goal line, and we get the game-winning score with Stafford and Hopkinson. I remember the day I moved into uni, we had the famous game where Glover Quinn got his favorite interception of his career against Matt Ryan, but then there's the infamous runoff rule that ends the game.
Yeah, that was the worst. I
Yeah,
hated that so much because every time I watch it, I'm still convinced he's in. I don't think they got it right on replay. I'm pretty sure that when his knee hits, he's broken the plane. Like, then you don't even have a controversy. Ugh,
yeah,
it's the worst.
it is the worst.
It's the worst. If you've got any comments about the plays so far, please get them in there ahead of halftime. If you've got any thoughts on us, if you just want to chat, please do get your comments in there. Dan Talks Football is out there too, saying showing some love, go Lions this week, lol. Appreciate that, Dan. All right. Big play here for the Lions. 3rd down and goal from the 6. Goff in shotgun. And it is Gibbs out there, I think, at running back. 4 wide receivers.
Angle route.
Goff, plenty of time to throw, but he underthrows it. He really did kind of put that in the turf. 4th down and goal from the 6. And this should be field goal time, I think.
Yeah.
TJ said, is Okuda on the field today or is he still injured? Okuda is active, but I haven't seen him much, to be honest. That was going to be a really hard one to catch. I don't think it was possible.
He was just on coverage on the sort of near sideline where the camera was, he's wearing number 1. So that'll probably help. He is the one and only for Atlanta.
Riley Patterson from 24 yards. Kick is good. Lions 13-3 up. And that is, I would say, Ash, representative of the game so far. We've dominated on both sides of the ball, apart from the odd play here or there.
Yeah, 100%. All 3 phases of the ball were completely nuts. Well, as you say, aside from a couple of plays like the Bijan catch to open the game, the Cole Pitts catch, we've just imposed our will on them. This Atlanta team is good, but we've just shown we've got that little edge of talent. Like, Goff is better than Ridder. Our wide receivers are better than theirs. Our offensive line's better than theirs. Our linebackers are slightly better than theirs. Our secondary is slightly better than theirs. It's just little edges that are helping us right now.
But I will say, I do think that 10 points is maybe not enough for how much I think we've dominated in this game. Needs to make that first drive count and can't give up anything here.
Yeah, to use one of the cliches of football, we need to win this middle 8. Right now, we're winning the middle 8. We're 3-0 up in the middle 8. Let's continue that out the other side, and then throughout the rest of the game.
Right, let's have a look.
Let them back in.
Let's have a look at the scores from around the league. Indianapolis are ahead and have the ball against the Baltimore Ravens 10-7. Cleveland have the ball in plus territory against Tennessee and are up 10-3. Miami beating Denver 21-10 and have the ball in the red zone. New England, with 3 minutes to go in the first half, are at 10-0 in New Jersey against the Jets. Buffalo have a 13-0 lead against Washington, and they're about to kick the ball away. And New Orleans are 14-0 ahead in field goal range against Green Bay with just under 2 minutes to play. And as you heard Ash say earlier, 14-0 to the Texans against Jacksonville. And the Chargers and Minnesota is 7 apiece. But Minnesota have first down and goal from the Chargers 6.
After an unnecessary roughness penalty on Derwin James, unfortunately.
I mean, with Minnesota 0-2, they are, and I'm going to buy into this a little bit, they are one of the better 0-2 teams because they haven't looked bad losing the games they've lost, and they've played some good teams out there. So for someone who's said that I think the Vikings could be the worst team in the division, they're clearly not because it's the Bears, and I was just wrong about that. But the Vikings need to make sure they don't get any momentum upwards here. So I need the Chargers to come in big there. 0-3 is digging the grave. 1-2, you're fine. Like that is very much recoverable.
Yeah.
And for the Packers, exactly the same. Falling to 1-2 would be massive for us if we can get the win here.
Yeah, we can finally get sole possession of the first down, the first place position in the North. Going into Lambeau on Thursday, that makes it sort of what we call over here a 6-pointer. But it already is in a way, but that will make it even more so, having that sort of 2-game lead in the North. while we hit that sort of hard run where we've got
Snap taken, play action. Aleem has a sack! Sacked! And that is, well, Aleem McNeil didn't touch him. I don't know what happened. Ridder just slipped, and I think it should be credited to Aiden Hutchinson, I think, here. Aleem with the pressure. Does he touch him? Oh, he does touch him. It's going to be Aleem's sack.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's second down, and I mean, it could be 20. It was a long way back. 18. Huge. 120 left in this half. In shotgun, takes the snap and hands it off to Bijan, and Hutchinson's there for the tackle. Gain of about 3. Do the Lions take a timeout?
I would. We've got the
and the Lions take a timeout.
We've got. Well, I was going to say we've got the foot on their throat. Let's press down and choke the air all out of them. Let's really let's kill off this game right now.
I mean, it's going to look interesting if they end up converting this.
True.
Devon A-Chain with 2 for Miami. Wow. Good game for him. Well done. Right, third down and 14. And why can't I find where our timeouts are? Team 2 timeouts. We've got 1 left.
Yeah.
Third and 14, and the Lions fans are just massive in volume. Loud in voice. Ridder surveys from their own 21. In shotgun, 4 wide receivers, man in motion right to left. Ridder takes a snap. 4-step drop, dumps it off, and it's incomplete. And so by doing so, they've stopped the clock, and the Lions are going to have over a minute to really put the hammer down here, Ash.
2 minutes, it's perfect for us. We saw last week we can absolutely drive and score points in high-pressure situations. Here's a point where we can go up to, I think, 13. Yeah, we could go up 17 points at the half.
This would be
that would
absolutely
put an
huge.
end to the game.
Ridder's only had 13 pass attempts. And the punt is away. And it's another good one. Raymond catches it. There's a big flag out there. Raymond should just go down. He don't want to lose anything. 51 seconds to go left. And this is going to be on the receiving team, I fear.
Yeah, I've just seen who's it on, and I can give you one guess to which player would get a penalty to really pee off the Lions fans.
Will Harris.
Will Harris. I know you can see Phipp is just like,
come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to see that. But Goff, 51 seconds. I can see this work. I can see it work. It can be fine. Maybe. Hopefully. Yeah, Steve Collins in our WhatsApp chats just said, I think you were just about to mention it, death taxes and a Will Harris penalty. Lions start this drive off at their own 12. 51 seconds left and 1 timeout. Goff in shotgun with a 3-step drop. There's pressure up the middle. Goff goes to the sideline. And what a catch! What a catch by Amon-Ra St. Brown. But the clock is going to wind. They've got to hurry up here. Fantastic throw and lovely catch by Amon-Ra. There's no bobble in that ball. Gain of about 20 yards or so.
Would you clock it? Would you spike it and go for like a second down?
I think that we must have taken the time out here.
No, they're saying it's out of bounds.
No, we've taken a timeout.
Have we taken a timeout?
It can't have been because he was contacted
inbounds. Yeah.
Inbounds, yeah. 21-yard gain to the Detroit 38 there. No timeouts left for Detroit and 44 seconds to go. First down and 10.
Oh, Justin Rogers just tweeted, Colby Sawstill is in at right tackle after Dan Skipper was hobbled.
Goff takes the snap. Pressure. And Goff just throws it away. And Goff is hit in the ankles. Surely that's a penalty. Surely that's a penalty. Goff is looking a bit interesting there. He first contacts him on his bum, but it falls down to his ankles. I think this is a penalty. It should be.
Should be, yeah.
Ugh, I'd hate to see that, right? 2nd and 10. 39 seconds left. Can we give Riley Patterson a chance here? Goff in shotgun. 11 personnel.
I'm expecting a deep shot here because Craig. Well, I was going to say Craig's in the backfield, pass protection.
Goff,
In the slot.
3-step drop. There's pressure coming now. He chucks it away, and I guess that was bang bang, but it really looked like he contacted the receiver just before he got there. So I wouldn't have been surprised to see a penalty for pass interference there, but never mind. Goff doing terrific work. He's getting hit a lot on this drive.
He is, unfortunately. But I think it's because Falcons know we're going to be passing it, so they're just drawing up those kind of plays that are just going to get home. It's just up to Goff to, as he has been so far, just without the accuracy, just sort of finding the holes in where the pressure's coming from.
Goff looking deep. Oh, he can't deliver it to Laporta. Throws it at his feet, unfortunately. Goff, again, suffering pressure up the middle. 4th down 10 with 29 seconds left. And the Lions are going to punt.
Just pin them deep now. Pin them deep. Get to the half. Make whatever adjustments need to happen.
Right, Lions in punt formation. Can't switch off here. 4th down and 10. Lions puntering always a weapon. And Fox with a high kick. And it's going to be returned. And swarmed to him. 17 seconds left. And he's going to have it down at the 20. No way they can do anything from here. Surely with 16 seconds left. You wouldn't have thought so.
I wouldn't have thought so. If it was... I don't want to be disparaging to Ridder, but if it was someone like Stafford upwards in terms of like QB talent, I might be worried. But yeah, with Ridder, just run out the ball, go to the half, reset.
Yeah. But they're facing a big hole with us getting the ball to start the second half that maybe they need to go for this. Ridder takes a snap, 3-step drop looking and checks it down. Bijan, can he get out of bounds? He does. Gain of 8. 13 seconds left. 2nd down and 2. Appreciate all of you guys for watching. Get your comments in. Would love to hear what you think about the game so far. Youngwei Koo warming up on the sideline in case he gets a chance. It seems like a long way out, but they do have the timeout, so he's only got to get one big completion. 2-step drop. Ridder backpedaling and dumps it off to Robinson again. Gets the first down, and with 6 seconds left, they get the timeout.
Yeah, there you go, 3 seconds.
They'll reset the clock there, surely.
Yeah. You can see Arthur Smith saying 6 seconds, 6 seconds.
1st down and 10, 6 seconds to go. There it is, it's being reset. And it's at their 37, so to give Koo a chance, I think he can hit from about 60. So that would put him... That would put him kicking at midfield, which means you're taking the snap from the 37? No.
Yeah, 37 forward.
No, from the 47, sorry.
Yeah.
47. Try and get my maths right. Right, 6 seconds left. Just got to avoid about a 20-yard play here. No, 15-yard play. Lions playing deep coverage. Ridder completes and manages to get out of bounds with 1 second left. They're going to have a Hail Mary opportunity here.
Why can't we have Kirby? This would have been perfect for him to get his hands on those balls.
2nd down and 1. 1 second to go in the half. You expect the Lions are going to do exactly the same again. Just drop 10. Maybe drop 11. This has got to be a Hail Mary call. It can't be anything else unless it's laterals. But they do line up in Hail Mary formation. Lions have 3 on the line. And they're actually bringing pressure, are they? They are bringing 5. And Ridder escaping and sacked. Sacked by number 46, which is Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell with the first sack of his NFL career to end the half.
Their product just tweeted it. Lions sacks through 2 games, 1. Lions sacks in 1 half versus the Falcons, 5. I remember this earlier this week. I was discussing it on Discord. We were up there for pressures, we just weren't converting. Now we're regressing to the mean. The
There it
pressures are
is.
starting to work.
Yeah, yeah. 4 sacks today, 7 tackles for losses. I bring up the scoreboard now at the end of. Oh, it says first. I need to say second, don't I? At the end of the first half, we have a score of 13-3 for Detroit. Jared Goff 15-21 for 188 and a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs 9 rushes for 25 yards, leads us in rushing, and tight end Sam Laporta leads us in receiving, 6 receptions for 70 yards and his very first touchdown in the NFL. The Falcons, passing wise, Ridder 10 of 16 for 97 yards, Bijan Robinson 5 rushes for 16 yards, and Drake London leads them in receiving with 1 catch for 28 yards. Ash, your overall thoughts on the half so far?
Love to see it. This is the sort of course correction we were hoping for after last week.
Mm-hmm.
The defense has looked good. Offense is dealing. And then special team, we're finally trusting Riley Patterson. As Matt leaves you alone with me. Luckily for you guys, I have the chats up. So fire your stuff at me, even if it is Florida State and Aston Villa slander. I'll take whatever. Yeah, I'm absolutely loving this. Sole possession of the first place in the North coming up for us, baby. It is 4 now. So Project corrected us. 4 sacks. As I said, Kaminsky was right. We were getting home. We were getting the pressure. It's just we're going up against mobile quarterbacks, so we're able to sort of escape it and make it pressures and make it hurries and hits instead of sacks. And now going up against a slightly weaker offensive line, the rookie quarterback, technically, it's finally working. We're finally getting those sacks. Me too, Maureen. I'm loving our linebackers. I know Campbell's just got the sack. Anzalone had that great first couple of drives where he was just here, there, and everywhere. Rodrigo, I think, has had a tackle. Barnes had one of the first sacks as well. Our 4 linebackers have done really well so far. The steal, Steve. Matt gets to experience the HD Steveness in the flesh.
HD Steve, that must be a new nickname. I've not heard that before. There he is, the man himself, coming in for some halftime analysis. Stephen Collins, how you doing, man?
Yeah, good. Thought I'd drop in for some halftime chat.
How are you feeling so far?
I think pretty positive. I mean, as Dan Campbell said after the Kansas City game, there's a lot to clean up, and there's still a lot to clean up. I kind of think that Sewell's going to have to play left and right tackle. I think that's Skipper out, isn't it? Skipper hobbled off.
Yeah, so now it's Colby Sewell still the rookie in.
So, yeah, I mean, first of all, Goff, awesome. I think Goff's played really well. St. Brown, awesome. Laporta, I mean, TJ who? Let's face it. The O-line has been pretty good, but it's kind of disintegrated as the second quarter went on. I think with losing Skipper after they'd lost Matt Nelson. So that's kind of worrying for the second half. And the defense, better. A lot to clean up still. Like, how did Jonnu Smith get 2 yards of separation from Jerry Jacobs on that reception in man coverage? I don't know.
Ideal.
Yeah.
But the touchdown to Laporta, so reminiscent of other touchdowns that we've had in the past, Steve. I mean, it's a spitting image of the Green Bay touchdown last year to Raymond.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good, really good scheming. So, I think the offense, they got a bit bogged down in that red zone at the end, but the offense has generally been pretty good. I mean, and the defense, I think Bijan has been pretty much shut out of the game. Carl Pitts had that one big reception. Brian Branch, amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
So I would say more positives than negatives, but still a lot to clean up.
I think apart from a couple of plays in coverage, which have been slightly deeper, which is slightly concerning. But it's 2 plays in a total of 24. I think we've dominated on both sides of the ball. I think we've been in total control of this game. The only disappointment is that we've had 3 long drives and we've taken 4 long drives and we've taken 13 points.
Yep,
it's not ideal to get 1 touchdown out of 4 reasonable trips. But hey, we could be Denver.
That
we
Will
could
Harris
be
piracy.
Sorry,
that Will Harris penalty on special teams just killed that last drive.
It did.
Put us back like 22 yards or something.
It's crap. He's at some point, even I'm going to lose my patience with him. Really. But I was saying,
what's happening in the other scores? Because I've not seen any other scores.
So Denver have conceded 35 points, and there's still 1.5 minutes left in the first half against Miami. That Miami team is going to be shit hot.
Oh, it's that. It's also because Denver just can't get out their way. I think they fumbled close to their own goal line for Miami to score easily. Just Denver can't get out their way. Maybe shows that Hackett wasn't the problem last season. It's just Denver.
Keeping it in division, the Saints are 17-0 up against Green Bay in Lambeau. And the Chargers have just scored a touchdown on Minnesota, which means that they're up 14-10 with 47 seconds left. So Cousins gets the ball in 2-minute offense, but at worst, the Chargers will be 3 down in that game at halftime. But everything's going perfectly so far. Great. Steve, how nice is it for you to reply to us pretty instantaneously? I can't believe it.
Oh no.
I mean, yeah, it must be quite some experience not having me on some sort of dial-up broadband lag.
It was really bad. What do you think of the flag?
Nice. Okay, I've just noticed it. Very nice. Very smart.
Or the hat?
Oh, here we go.
Exactly, yes. The hat is sick, isn't it?
The merchandise bandwagon is rolling.
Yes.
I'm trying a few things. I do want to do something at some point. If people want to buy it, I'm not going to stop them. So why not? Sacks, tackles for a loss.
Have you got a new T-shirt as well? New T-shirt?
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So our thoughts were, if we have a look at the Pride of Detroit one as a template, this is slightly higher and slightly smaller than their one. So I was thinking of just doing a one that's a little bit further down, a little bit bigger, to see if that kind of makes a bit more sense. But I quite like it.
Looks good to me.
I think the back's quite cool as well, though, because it's got all of our... if you can see that.
Oh, okay.
I can't... Yeah. I don't know. Something to wear on tour, perhaps.
I'm not a back print guy on a T-shirt. I think T-shirt front only. That's classy. You don't look like a heavy metal band from 1987.
I mean, you're speaking about the majority of stuff I listen to, so the Metallica still are one of my favorite bands. So,
good point.
Yeah.
What your guys' thoughts on? I've obviously missed your guys' thoughts. So where are you at on this first half performance?
Ash?
Pretty happy with it. We're dominating them in all 3 phases of the ball. I've just looked at some of the stats. Our average gains at every play, we are getting double the amount of yards they are. So they're getting about 3.5. We're about 7.68. So we're just completely on both sides of the ball dominating them. And then Campbell's finally sort of learned from last week and he's taking the points. He's trusting Riley Patterson to kick it when we're inside the 35 and we're at 4th and 4. So that's good learning process on all sides of the ball, I think.
I just love how good the defensive line has been. We've held him in the run game, and in the pass game we have 4 sacks by Benito Jones, Aleem McNeil, DTs, and then we had Jack Campbell playing as an outside linebacker and Derek Barnes playing as an outside linebacker. Fantastic. Well, let's see more of that.
So with the Barnes sack, what happened was Hutchinson dropped inside and played inside, and then they put Barnes on the outside and worked beautifully because Hutch wasn't far away from him either.
Yeah. So
that side.
Defensive line made a big step up, and against a team which has been so successful running the ball, it's a welcome thing to see.
Did Bugs get some snaps?
Yes.
I haven't seen him. I don't think. I'm
He
sure he has, but I haven't seen him.
he hasn't registered the stat yet, but I think I have seen him on a couple of plays.
It was good to see Iffy get a good tackle as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he had a very good tackle for a loss. He read that perfectly. It was very similar to the branch one as well. Both screens that were read really well.
But yeah, on that Johnny Smith sideline catch, like that's the worry for me is that they can get open that much because if he'd have landed better, he could have turned Jacobs and put some serious yardage in. I just don't know like how Jacobs can let Smith have that much room. Just seems he just doesn't seem to be playing well, Joey.
No, he doesn't. And we're all big Jerry fans. His story is great, and what he's put on the field up to this point has been really good, but he's not been fantastic this season. And no matter what we feel about him personally, if he wants to have the majority of snaps, he's got to play a little bit better. I'm not asking him to be like a cornerback one. I don't think he's capable of that, frankly. But you need to be playing at a starter level quality to be a starter, and he's not.
And the good thing is we've got a cornerback one now because Cam Sutton just seems to be shutting people down.
And when he's not shutting people down, he's suffering offensive pass interference to do it.
Exactly. And then the good thing with if Jerry carries on like this, Mosley, when he returns, he's got a real shot to then take over. And then we've got Jerry could maybe have some of that pressure off him. And then when we need him again in like a spot starts, one of them gets injured or in a situation that you won't have that pressure on him, and maybe he'll be able to sort of escape it and sort of play out of himself and just get back to that form we've been so used to from him.
Branches look good, man. Branches look really good.
2 pass breakups and a tackle for a loss is just so good. Slot position is so underrated, isn't it? Because everything kind of... The easy completions seem to flow through there. So if you're lacking in that position, you're giving away easy third down completions, and he just seems to be mopping them up. And he's good in run defense too.
Yeah. Just update on the Chargers game. The Vikings did not score, so the Chargers go in 14-10 up.
So the Lions are on the brink of taking a 1-game lead in division, as it stands.
Yep.
Yeah, because Packers 1-1, aren't they? So.
Did you say the Packers are 17-0 down?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And the good news for us, maybe if we're looking at Thursday, the touchdown they conceded was a punt return touchdown. Green Bay special team strikes again.
It looks like we're coming out of half-time now. We've led by 4.5 minutes in time of possession, 17-13, there or thereabouts. Yeah, kick's about to be away as we start the second half. And the kick is there. And Zonovan Knight's kick returning, as you say, Ash. He works through the end zone. First down and 10 for the Lions from the 25.
Right, guys, I'm going to go back and watch the game. I will maybe jump back on at full time.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
See you soon.
See you in a bit.
Oh, man. It's just so nice to hear, because Steve is an analytical and cautious soul, and when things are really good, they're okay. So to hear him be as positive as he is a nice thing, I think.
100%.
Right. Lions Rumble's in the building as well. Came to leave a like and support. Appreciate you, Rumble. Goff, first down from shotgun. 3-step drop, and then a lovely throw to Sam Laporta for a gain of 7, maybe 6.
Laporta's really becoming, I don't want to say it because I will be cursing him, but Laporta's looking very automatic right now. We've got another weapon.
Second down and 3, then. Colby Sorsdal is in there.
With the lovely patch on him.
Goff, shotgun, and another 3-step drop. And Goff checks out of his first read and then throw to Gibbs, who juggled it but did catch it. Gain of 2. It's 3rd down and 1. Oh, yeah, Sorsdal hasn't had any offensive snaps yet, they've just said. So, yeah, his NFL debut. Skipper's on the sideline. He kind of looks ready to come back on.
He's questionable with. I just saw it a second ago.
Heavy set for the Lions here. Kabinda comes out to a strong eye, and Kabinda takes the. And he doesn't get there. Lovely play by the Falcons. They should have chucked it to Gibbs. He would have had it.
Yeah.
But it is fourth down and a half yard.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So Skipper is. Yeah. So Skipper's been ruled questionable with a hamstring injury, and Nelson's been downgraded to out of the ankle injury.
It was a good play design, but really nice play by the Falcons. And at this position, and with this being the scoreline, I would hope the Lions will punt this away.
I really don't want to.
If we go for a fake here, it's too desperate. When we're up 10, we don't need to risk it. 4th and 1. And they do snap it to the punter, Jack Fox, and he does punt it away. Ball now with the Falcons. Okay. What a punt by Jack Fox, all the way down and caught at the 11-yard line. And a good run. 55-yard punt by Jack Fox, who's been exceptional today. And the Falcons take over.
I don't want to be mean to Marvin Jones, but seeing that replay, he completely missed his run block, and that's why Kabinda didn't pick it up. I hate, again, it's one of these we'll be saying just with Jerry. Character-wise, person-wise, we love Marvin, but the play on the field right now just isn't there.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Which is unfortunate.
Oh, it's a shame that we could not capitalise there, because now the Falcons will have the ball. And I mean, in negative territory for them, at the, 16 or 17-yard line or something. But, they've got a chance to reduce the score to a 3-point deficit instead of us stretching it out to 17.
Yeah. It's just... Well, yeah, then I think they've ruled it. Yeah, they've ruled it to the 19.
19, okay.
And it was... Just say, Saints are back out their half as well. So keep an eye on that.
Vikings got to their own 49 before their time ran out. Sorry, Denver's
only just now getting to the half, 35-13 to the Dolphins.
Yeah, they've got a field goal try. They must have just taken, or they've got another one coming up. Can't tell.
They've just taken it, yeah.
Jets have just got on the board before the half, 10-3. Indianapolis almost 5 minutes through the third quarter. Crazy how the difference of time can be. Houston ended the half 17 up against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So per PFF Brad, Jared Goff throws 10+ yards versus the Falcons in the first half. 5 of 6 for 120 yards, 1 touchdown, and a perfect 158.3 passer rating.
When will PFF embrace their golden child? I'm being slightly facetious, but I kind of mean it, because the whole PFF system is meant to grade people in a vacuum. Doesn't matter who you are, will give you the right points for making the plays. And Goff is making the plays, and he has done for several years. And he is a PFF top 5 quarterback this season so far, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues. But 17-23 for 197 and a touchdown has got to be close to a perfect rating.
It is. Let me have a
113.9. Right, here's the Falcons. Under center is Ridder, and he's going to hand it off, running right off tackle, and it's a good tackle in there for a gain of about 3.5 with Derek Barnes and John Kaminsky. Second down, and I'm going to call it 6.
Yeah. Just a good read there from the running back, just cutting back inside when you can see the linebacker coming.
Doss still says maybe the passing game will open up our run game, because right now with the weak O-line, especially the Lions' run game is non-existent. That is the problem if we want to bleed clock and be the dynamic offense that we are. I agree, but I do think the problem in that last drive at the final bit was that we were in 2-minute offense. They knew we were passing, and so they were just rushing the passer. It took the run game out of the equation altogether. I formation, second down and 6, and does hand it off to Robinson. Lovely. Look, maybe like a horse collar, and it is a flag down. Brian Branch with the tackle. Horse collar penalty coming on Brian Branch.
Saints quarterback Derek Carr is down in a lot of pain. Jameis Winston is set to enter the game per Field Yates.
Oh, man. Automatic first down. And it was a horse collar, very obviously. The thing is, if he doesn't make that tackle, Gibbs could go for 15 more, so I don't hate it.
Yeah.
He could go for more than that. First down and 10 from the Falcons 46. 11 personnel. Ridder under centre. And it's a toss play to Algier to the left-hand side. And a gain of about 5. Second down, and I think they're going to call it 6, actually.
They're making some adjustments. You can see they're sort of cracking onto our linebackers a lot more.
Yeah.
Forcing us to go side to side. As what I wanted to do to them, they're doing to us now.
Yeah. Second down and 6. At midfield, Ridder snaps it and play action this time. Has some time, but swings it out to Algier and gets hit, but manages to stay up. And Walker comes up to make the tackle, but he gets all the way down to the 33-yard line. Tyler Algier with a lovely play and first down and 10 for the Falcons. Very much in Lions territory. He bounced off Anzalone, trucked him, hit Branch. Barnes then missed him. Hutchinson missed him. Walker finally got there. Great play by Tyler Algier.
And a great play called by them, sort of throwing the screen into where the pressure was coming from.
And Algier hit the backfield. Lovely play by Brian Branch. What a tackle that is. How did he do that? He came from nowhere.
It's the green mouth guard in his helmet. He's just receiving like the brainwaves from the Atlanta players. He knows what they're doing before they even know what they're doing.
Suit you, sir. Second down and 13 after Branch's second tackle for a loss of the game and his 5th tackle. Now they empty it out.
Well.
Yeah, second down and 13. Empty set with 5 wide here for Ridder. Look for this to be a very quick throw. 2-step drop, and it is a quick throw to the outside. An open field tackle by Alex Anzalone at the 29. It's going to be third down and maybe 6.
Come on, guys. Just hold him here. Get the ball back.
Third and 6, and need the Lions fans to get loud here.
I'm probably going to regret saying this, but I actually like the fact that Aaron Glenn's play sheet is a lot smaller than it was last week. It seems he's simplifying things for himself, which is good. Third
down 6, transitioning a lot of Falcons, and they hand it off to Bijan going left and hit at the line. It's 4th down.
Whoa! What a play by Hutch!
Yeah,
coming from the opposite side of the line.
Gain of a yard, 4th down and 5. They clearly were running that play with the ability to go for it on 4th, but I think they're so far away that they're probably taking a field goal here. Yeah. Bring it to 1 score. Hutchinson with a fantastic play, as you say. He got there first, and actually pretty much got there last too. There were some other people mopping up, but he was the one.
Here we go. 47 yards.
47 yard of Youngwei Koo. 4th and 5. Snaps away. Good snap. Good hold. And this is going to be wide left. No good.
The ghost of Mason Crosby continues. Mason.
I love it.
I've got to double check something now because I might have just gone 2 for 3 on my hot predictions.
Go check it.
Because I know week 1 I said, our running backs will run for at least double what the Chiefs ones did. We did that. Last week I didn't get it right, unfortunately, because I predicted about Goff's interception streak. So did I say it? I was close, so I said in a hot take that Koo misses an extra point, not a field goal. So I won't take it.
You should have said missed a kick. Why don't you say missed?
I should have missed. True.
Missed from within 50. I think within 50 is kind of automatic for Koo. So
I'll learn for next week.
Oh, my play clock has continued to run, which is not exactly ideal. 8:25. I keep forgetting to do the clock. All right, 13-3 Lions.
Can my hot take for this for the Thursday night game be that the Packers actually look good on offense?
Do they look good on offense at the moment?
Yeah. They are currently 3rd and 9 on their own 11-yard line, and that's with them having a 6-yard gain on the last play. So look at their drive. See, on this play, they gain of 2 yards, which was then negated for an offensive pass interference 5 yards. Then a pass for 6 yards, and then he got an incomplete pass on 2nd and 9. And on their first offensive drive, run for loss of 6, catch for 7, full start penalty, and then Jordan Love intercepted.
Intercepted? Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. Lonnie Johnson.
And they're now 4th and 9.
Yeah.
Minnesota are 4th and 2 at midfield. Going to be interesting to see if they go for that.
Brian Branch is Detroit's first player to produce a game with at least 5 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 pass defended since cornerback Rasheed Mathis in 2015.
Oh, that's a blast from the past, Mathis. Right. Lions back on offense. Goff in shotgun with Raymond going left to right and then back to the left. And Gibbs reverses field, goes the other way, gains about 6 all the way to the Lions' 41-yard line.
Supposedly, Kaminsky was injured on that field goal miss.
No.
So
John's one of those key guys you need. If we don't have John, we need Pascal, and we don't have Pascal. That's not ideal.
So yeah, what that means, because they play that facilitator Big D and Ross.
So it means that Romeo's an every snap guy now. Harris and Hutch, I guess, yeah. I formation. Gibbs, gain of 3. Gain of 2 and a bit, actually. I guess 3rd down and 4. Lions threatening very quickly to go 3 and out here.
See, you're being. I was going to be like, oh yeah, who's going to get the pass for the first down? Is it going to be Laporta or Amon-Ra?
Very cautious play call on 2nd down and 6, I thought, which is the reason why I'm like, because running is not ideal here. Right.
But then again, we've been running a lot on 2nd down.
Quick throw and a conversion to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who gets another couple of yards, faking out a man. What a play. And Goff just recognizing the weak point there very quickly. Good stuff.
See? Be optimistic. Who's going to get it? Laporta or Amon-Ra? So we got to think on 3rd downs.
So Amon-Ra lined up in the backfield there. Right. Breaking the huddle with 18 seconds to go at the Atlanta 45. Goff empty set here. 1 tight end and 4 wide receivers. Goff almost fumbled the snap, but didn't quite. He's under pressure. And that's not going to get called a fumble, is it?
No. Forward progress.
Oh.
But Sourcedale got absolutely beat on that play.
But Dupree is asking for it to be a turnover, but I think... Nah, he definitely had control on that. But Goff got hammered. And he was a bit shaken up.
That's not going to be a good play for Sourcedale to watch back in the film. He got absolutely destroyed, unfortunately.
6:35 left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 10. Hopefully Goff is okay. 5 seconds left to get this play off in shotgun. Needs to go. Needs to go now. Does. Goff takes the snap. 3-step drop under pressure again. Quick dump off to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Gains 7 yards. There is a flag on the play.
Oh.
Holding on Penei Sewell. 2nd down and 20.
God.
Shame. Hello to Maniac Sports. How you doing, man? Yeah, it's a fair call.
It's a fair call.
And then is that a horse collar? That kind of looks like a horse collar.
And then, to go back to the Saul, that is what happened to Hutch on the last play of overtime, yet that didn't get called. But I'm not salty.
Goff, lovely throw, but dropped by Amon-Ra St. Brown. Third down and 20. He's going to be kicking himself after that one.
Yep. What happened?
Maniac Sports says, good, I'm also streaming the game too. Do go and check out, I think it's... Oh, I don't want to get his name wrong. Tim? Please tell me your name's Tim. I don't want to get that wrong. I'm sorry if it's not Tim. Right, 3rd and 20 for the Lions at their own 45. Goff, and it's a draw play to Gibbs, and he gains back quite a lot. He gains back, I think, 13. And I think this is a go for it situation, but Goff is coming off the field. I think you should go for this. Actually, no, we're 10 points ahead. There's no need to go for this. They're right.
Coughing, calling. Come on, Fox.
If you make this call at their 42, you've got to pin them within their 10. Jack Fox at his own 43 receives it and kicks from the 46. Oh, horrible bounce. Horrible bounce by Fox. Did bounce at about the 9-yard line, but came all the way back out to the 16.
There, I say.
Ridder takes over, but slowly and surely the running game is coming out the equation for Atlanta the more they stay down by 10.
And it's more coming to us. We're finally getting some runs, but the sad thing is right now the defense, it's doing its job, but the offense just isn't keeping up. It's the complete opposite of last week where the offense was just dealing and the defense couldn't get a stop to save their lives. Here's me thinking I was buying that Jaeger bomb and I was going to get absolutely smashed tonight, but unfortunately right now...
Gibbs has 11 rushes for 42 yards, so almost 4 yards a carry after that 13-yard run just then. He's getting towards respectability with his numbers, I would say now.
Yeah. But again, as I said yesterday in the preview, we can't get drawn into the trap of just loaning him up for stats' sake. We need to be measured with this because he is not a workhorse. Unfortunately, you do need to mix in Bam and Craig now.
Yeah,
just to keep the defense honest, if anything.
There's your scoreboard so far. Lions up 13-3. Goff 15 of 21 for one. So it hasn't updated. Why hasn't it updated? That's really weird. There we go. 18 of 26 for 208 and a touchdown. Gibbs 11 for 42 and Laporta 7 for 77 and a touchdown. Atlanta on offense 12 of 18 for 121 for Ridder. Bijan 8 for 29. London 1 reception for 28 yards. And I didn't realise that you don't get the fourth line. So I'm actually going to take out the third line for them. Get Pitts up there because he's the leader now for them. 3 for 33. And what you don't see down there is Brian Branch. 2 passes defensed. 2 tackles for a loss. Undoubtedly for me the MVP so far. Ash, who do you think has been standing out?
Barnes, Ed McNeil. We needed a lead to step up this week. We won't get much from the defensive line, and he really has this week. Obviously, getting a lot more pressure, making and facilitating the run plays as well. So he's getting a big thumbs up from me right now.
So Paul Air Walker in the chat saying that was a welcome to the NFL moment for Sorsdal. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's buried.
Right, here come the Falcons at their own 17-yard line. First down and 10, and it's 13-3 in favour of Detroit. Lots of communication going on for the Lions. Heavy set here for... Not heavy set, 2 tight end set. Ridder having to escape upwards. He gets away from the sack. Fakes the throw. And a lovely tackle by Derek Barnes, only for a gain of 2. And Ridder, is he hurt? No, he looks okay.
That was Branch?
Branch.
Isn't it 32?
Branch, sorry. Yeah. I meant to say Branch and I said Barnes.
Oh, yeah, it is Branch because Eric's just tweeted, let me see if I can fake Brian Branch out with his fake pass while run. Nope.
No chance. No chance.
Kaminsky's back. Kaminsky's back on the sideline with his helmet on, so expect him to come back in on his facilitator role soonish, hopefully.
Pistol formation. Lions miscommunication, but they sort it out. Ridder, 2-step drop, looking right, throwing, and miscommunication there, but there's a flag. That's going to be on Jerry Jacobs, probably for illegal contact. I think
Something
it's
like, yeah, or holding or something like that.
I think it's too early for DPI. It seemed to be, to me.
For illegal contacts, it's like when you've been out of bounds and then you touch the ball. Pass interference.
That's pass interference called then. I think that's unfortunate. So illegal contact is just any contact 5 yards down the field before the ball is thrown.
Is it okay?
Yeah. Illegal touching is where you touch the ball out of bounds or an offensive lineman touches it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Illegal touching sounds like it was popular in the 80s, but you can't do it anymore. Sorry.
Well,
right. Reverses field. Bijan gets free. Oh, he went down and hit a line heavily. Brian Branch, that is. But he looks okay. God, we're lucky to get away with that. Bijan reversing field. Romeo Quara had to leap over an offensive lineman, and then Branch gets hit in like the ankle area. I think he managed to get off his feet really well. 2nd down and 7 after that play. 11 personnel in pistol, and Ridder play action and throws, and lovely pass defense by Tracy Walker. Welcome back.
Love to see it.
Welcome back.
And he's the receiver's not looking too spicy after it.
I do think that that's the sort of thing that can often be called defenseless receiver, because he's catching it in the air and you've hit him when he can't look at you. But what is Walker meant to do there?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Lay in the lumber on John.
I would not have been surprised to see a flag thrown there by a litigious crew.
Yep.
3rd and 7 it will be, though, after the time out for a medical check. Mile Marker saying, what a hit, Walker. Mark B saying that was a hold, not a pass interference. I don't think the ball was in the air, so I think it was illegal contact, because I don't see a hold. I just see contact 5 yards down the field. But whatever it is, it should probably be 5 yards, not whatever it was, 20?
Yes, spot foul and that.
Spot fouls are bullshit.
Yep.
I mean, the thing is, they are and they aren't, because when a team makes a business decision in the end zone for a 60-yard in the air throw because they know they're only giving up 15 in college, then it's unfair on the offense. So I see it both ways, but
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's Jonnu Smith, who wouldn't be the worst person for us to leave the field, I guess.
Yeah, because the next person up will be probably Michael Pruitt, who is not as good as a blocker. He's very much a pass catcher, if I remember rightly.
Let's have a look at the games around the league. Minnesota have the ball 3rd and 5 at their own 48, still down 14-10. Jacksonville scored a touchdown and they have the ball back, so that's 17-7 there. Green Bay have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 5, down 17-0. Buffalo up 16-0. Patriots are about to punt the ball away at 13-3 up against the Jets. Miami 35-13 up and have the ball. 12 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter there. Tennessee down 20-3 against the Browns in Cleveland, and Indianapolis 13-7 up against Baltimore, but Baltimore have the ball in Indianapolis territory at their own 45. Ash.
I've just looked up Michael Pruitt's PFF grades. Not good. So this season, he is the 60th out of 62 ranked tight end with a 34.5 offense grade. So we're going from Jonnu, who is one of the best tight ends, mid-range 27th with a 60.9 to the 60th. That is a big drop off.
Here we go. Falcons with Ridder changing the play. Lots of time here for them, so fans got to keep it loud for a long time here. at the Atlanta 29. Ridder, two-step drop, looking, throws with power, and lovely path break up again. And this one is Ifatu Melifonwu, who's having a cracking game out there. It was a bit high, but he could have come down with it, and Melifonwu put the hit on him. Lions get off the field.
Love to see it. Just the safeties have really hitting today, which is what you want. You want them to disrupt the big catchers and just make those kind of plays. So hopefully Ant's happy, because I know well, if he was one of his guys. And yeah, if that receiver's shaking up, number 18. So Matt Collins.
Punt coming for Atlanta, and the Lions almost got there. Good punt all the way down to the 16-yard line, maybe the 15. So fantastic stuff by the Falcons punter, who's had to do a lot of work today, it has to be said. Carlton Wood says, Ash, Detroit expects that every man will do his duty.
Yes. 100%. Well, we've seen it. If he stepped up and played really well today. Sorsdale, not so much in pass pro, but in run blocking, he's been good. So yeah, everyone's stepping up and taking their part with the missing guys. So long may it continue. They're just
Lions hand the ball off, and Gibbs almost spun out of trouble there. Gains 2, flag on the play. Holding on 77. Frank? Holding on Frank Ragnow sets them back first down and 20. Lions putting themselves in hard situations here.
We're really shooting ourselves in the foot, unfortunately.
Oh, it's Donovan Knight with the rush. My bad. It looks so much like Gibbs. Right. First down and 20 at our own 15 now. Goff in shotgun in 11 personnel. Takes a snap, two-step drop, looks right, and a good throw and catch to Sam Laporta. Gain of 6. Second down and 14.
The penalties aren't good. We've seen it. Well, if you listen to the college show, you've seen how much penalties can swing a game for a team. We need to sort of clean this up.
Yeah.
Kind of sharpish.
The problem is our offensive line are just beat up, and they're going against a defensive line, which is pretty good. It's been pretty stingy. Watch out for the corner blitz here. They're backing out of it. Goff takes a snap. Looking, has time. Lovely throw to Amon-Ra. And a good tackle. Only gains about 6, making it third down and 7, I would say. Amon-Ra was the ex-receiver on the play, motioned inside, crossing route, and had some room. Slight stumble by him allowed the defender to catch up. Good tackle by whoever that is for the Falcons.
AJ Terrell.
Thank you. Third and 7 from the Lions 28. Reynolds in the backfield. Goff. And pressure. Goff hit as he throws. And incomplete just above Sam Laporta. Goff was hurried with pressure from the left-hand side of the line. 4th down and 7. And unfortunately, the Lions are coming off the field here.
Yeah. It's getting to that point now where whoever scores next probably wins. Ooh.
4th and 7, and Jack Fox is back out there.
Laporta has established a new NFL record for the most receptions through 3 career games by a tight end. He also ranks 2nd in receiving yards. It's not just rookie and not just like first 3 games. Any stretch of 3 games from a tight end.
In that punt, the Atlanta punter was contacted heavily by his own man, but managed to hold on to the ball. Mike Hughes hit by number 20 and also Chase Lucas together. No interference called, and it will be
20 is
Atlanta
a D. Alford. D. Alford, their slot corner.
Thank you. Mark saying, what's going on? Too much pressure. Goff needs to find a way somehow on the next drive. I mean, we just need to find a way to run the ball.
I'm going to get the tweet up because I think I retweeted a tweet that says, why we're getting so much pressure on us perfectly. Now I've lost it. Give me a sec, I'll find it. But here we go. The right side of our Lions offensive line is a little leaky as Colby Sorsdale steps in to replace Dan Skipper injured, who replaced Matt Nelson injured, who started in place of Penny Sewell, who's playing in left tackle in place of an injured Taylor Decker. That's why we're getting so much pressure. It's because we've had to put in so many new pieces. And
it's our 4th choice right tackle.
Yeah.
In short.
Yeah.
But the score is still 13-3, and the Lions' defense has been showing up all day. Can they do it again? 1:50 to go in the third quarter, 16:50 to go, therefore, in this half. It's only a 10-point game, and Baltimore have scored a touchdown, so they're up by 1 against Indianapolis, but Indy have the ball 1st and 10 at midfield. Other scores since we last updated you: Green Bay are in the red zone against the Saints, 2nd and 9 at the New Orleans 20, and Jacksonville have scored a field goal and are going to be kicking off to the Chargers shortly. But the Packers may be making a late move here. 3rd and 5 for the Packers now at the Saints' 16-yard line, so they should be getting 3 points on the board. Hopefully it's only 3. Mike saying penalties throwing us out of a rhythm on offense, Ash.
100%. You've put it in one. Like, I'll have a look now, but I wouldn't be surprised if we definitely had more penalties called on us than they've had on them, but it is very much, if you listen to the culture, it is very much like a Boston College, or who was the other one, that Syracuse kind of situation, where just penalties are absolutely screwing them out of the game.
Play action for Ridder. He's looking deep, and he's sacked from behind. What a hit that was! And he actually landed on him, Charles Harris. Lucky to not get a flag there. But huge sack from the right edge for Charles Harris. Just look for Detroit on the day.
We have got 7 penalties called on us for 78 yards. Falcons have had 3 penalties for 19.
I can't believe that wasn't called. He landed with full weight on him. Right, 2nd and 17. As the clock runs. 7 seconds left as they break the
Tracy!
Thrown, tipped to the line, and Tracy Walker gets there for the interception. Out come the Masks.
They're saying incomplete.
Oh, they're saying incomplete. Unfortunate.
What? That would have been
Romeo Okwara with a fantastic tip of the ball there.
Yeah, that would have been so poetic as well, because obviously Tracy selflessly sort of had the PBU for the Stephen Gilmore interception week 2 of the preseason. Just through his hands. Oh,
hang
Tracy.
on. Does he? Yeah, it doesn't get that. Oh, does he catch it with his legs?
It hits the ground, then he gets it with his legs. Oh,
we've challenged it.
Dan, that's no offense, Dan. I love you, but that's a bad challenge. You can he obviously
it's not even close.
Yeah, you can see it on the replay. He literally bounces through his arms, hits the ground, and bounces up.
But Tracy should know that and should be telling him, don't challenge that. Let's have a look. Does it hit the ground, or is it caught by the legs, and then does it settle on the ground in the second movement? I think Walker has control of it in the second movement.
He might just catch it with his knees.
It definitely hits the ground, though. It definitely hits the ground. Oh, yeah. I thought that Okwara was going to get there for it himself.
Keenan Allen has just thrown a touchdown pass against the Vikings. Not caught.
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing. Houston have scored a touchdown against Jacksonville. 24-10 now. Chargers now up 11 against Minnesota. Green Bay are 4th and 2 at the New Orleans 13 at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, Houston. I don't know. Yeah, so Jacksonville score field goal, kick off. The kick returner muffs the catch, picks it up, and then returns it for a touchdown.
3rd down and 17 for the Falcons here. Takes the snap. Ridder, 2-step drop. He's looking left. Throws it at the sticks. Beyond the sticks, but no chance of getting it there. And no flags finally for the Lions. And they are getting off the field. 4th and 17 now.
Dolphins have just scored again. It's 42-13 to them.
Oh, Jerry could have got called for blooming illegal contact there, or DPI. It's just, he's so handsy. There's no need for it there. 1:01 left in the 3rd quarter, 4th and 17. The punt is away. A short kick, a fair catch called for at the 33-yard line, and a late flag after the play is finished. The ball had been caught before the flag is thrown. I don't understand what this is going to be for.
Taunting, illegal block in the back, etc. Maybe. He's pointing our way as well. God damn it.
At least we've got the ball. We got the ball. They you know.
It's face mask on us. I'll see who called on.
On
Here
who?
we go. They're showing the replay of the really good throw from Keenan Allen there.
Who's that to?
Mike Evans. It was thrown to
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams. Why did I say Mike Evans? Ant has conditioned me. Ant has conditioned. It's classical conditioning. I see the lines as yet, and Mike touchdown.
Yes. Green Bay went for it on 4th down, did not convert. Saints take over at their own 13.
Yep, incomplete pass to Patrick Taylor as the offensive line fails.
Lions now run the ball to the left, and Sewell got beaten all ends up by Calais Campbell. 2nd down and 10. Yikes. That was a heck of a play by Calais.
That's why we wanted him in the offseason, but he chose Atlanta. I can back it. Good decision by him.
26 seconds left in this quarter. They do need to snap the ball here. 2nd down and 10. 11 personnel. Goff changing the place, identifying the mic. Now takes the snap.
Oh!
Pass play. Goff with pressure in his face. Tipped and almost caught by Gibbs. Oh!
This is...
10 seconds left in this quarter.
We keep saying it. Games between Detroit and Atlanta are always spooky.
They are spooky. Goff checking it down to Laporta, but just had too much juice on it and a little bit high. Tipped it Gibbs' way, who almost caught it, but good defense by the Falcons. 3rd down and 10. 10 seconds left in this quarter. Goff takes a snap early. Goff throws deep and intercepted.
Boy.
Intercepted by AJ Terrell? Jesse Bates.
Jesse Bates. That's his 3rd interception of the year.
Oh.
I said not to throw deep towards Bates, and what do you do, Goff? Oh, you stupid man.
He just overthrows Amon-Ra, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think throwing deep there's fine. He just overthrows it.
Because of the pressure.
There shouldn't be any risk there, really. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. 13-3. Atlanta, though, in good field position here to start this drive.
This is not good.
All right, let's take a look at the scoreboard. At the end of the 3rd, Lions 13-3 ahead. Goff 20 of 31 for 221, a touchdown and an interception. Gibbs 12 for 42 and Laporta 8 for 84 and a touchdown. For the Falcons, Ridder 12 for 18 for 121. Bijan Robinson 8 for 29 yards. No, he's not. 9 for 32. Beg your pardon. And Kyle Pitts still leads them in receiving 3 for 6 for 33 yards. Ash, That turnover's happened, and it's not in an ideal location for us, but we're still 10 points ahead. They've still got to go half the length of the field, and frankly, they've struggled to do that today, so defense got to step up once again.
They do. And the offense, I don't know. Well, we do know what's happening because the offensive line, Ben really needs to just knuckle down and come up with some quick hitting passes over the middle to alleviate the pressure, because otherwise Goff is going to get killed out there. We really need to start drawing up like just quick hitting passes, get the ball out to do the fear. Remember the fear of Riddick games. Do that. Use short dump offs to the running backs and the flats. Get the ball out in space where playmakers make plays instead of having to rely on Goff and the pass protection, because otherwise momentum can slowly and surely go Atlanta's way. And the more it goes on like this, the more they can bring the run back into it, and the cards start to fall in their favor again.
Honestly, keeping them to a field goal here feels like a win, I think.
100%.
Right, let's have a look at the scores on the doors. Indy have scored a field goal and are now up by 2 against Baltimore. Baltimore then have the ball in their own territory. Green Bay have got the ball back after a punt by the Saints, but they're at their own 34, 1st and 10, 17 down. Vikings 11 down, and they have 4th and 6 at the Chargers 36, so a field goal kick presumably to put them within a score.
Yeah.
Steve just saying in our WhatsApp chat, we're missing Decker so badly, and it's so true. I mean, Sewell is not himself at left tackle. He just isn't.
Yeah, 100%. Like, hopefully the whole plan is that Decker was held up today so he can be ready for Thursday, and I hope to God he is, because Rashawn Gary, that's a fearsome pass. Like these, I keep saying it, these Falcons edge rushers did not scare me coming to the game.
No!
Rashawn Gary scares me.
Oh, thank God we got there for that. We did a run blitz there, and the 2 blitzers missed Algier, but we had more people swarming. Thank God. Only a 3-yard gain, 2nd down and 7.
So Minnesota went for that 4th down.
And they got a touchdown. Damn. They got to go for 2 here. They went for 1.
Yeah, they kicked the extra point.
That's
to be fair, they have 18 minutes left in the game. They have
I form here. Ridder hands the ball off, going left, and good tackle by Jerry Jacobs. 3rd down here for the Falcons. 3rd down and maybe 4. 3rd down and 5. Got to be 4 down territory, I think, at this position in the field. So 3rd down and 5 at the Lions' 38. Or maybe through field goal range you take it, I don't know. Ridder passes incomplete, out of reach for the receiver who was Drake London, and Cam Sutton in coverage. 4th down and 5. This is probably in range for Young Ho Koo, and if he hits it, they'll be within a score. Is that more likely than going for it here for their win percentage? I don't know, but they are going for it on 4th.
Well, I guess we're about to find out, because Ben Baldwin bot will obviously tweet out after the play.
13:46, 4th down and 5. Massive, massive play here for both teams. Ridder takes a snap. Looking. Goes right. Overthrows it. Lions take over on downs. Huge play.
What a 32. Brian Branch again with like a pass breakup.
Lions ball. Oh, this feels like for once that the Lions defense is carrying us to a victory, which I don't think I've seen since 2014.
Yeah. Well, I don't much remember much 2014 because that was just as I was getting into the game. But yeah, this is, if we can, I'm going to bring FSU into it. But
of course you are.
Yeah, you'll see why. This is the kind of game that they've been winning the past couple of weeks, where nothing's been going right, but they still grind out a win to prove they're contenders.
Oh, naked bootleg on I formation and a lovely pass. And Amon Russell Brown breaks free and gets to the Atlanta 45-yard line. Lovely play and 1st down and 10 Detroit. Sorry, Ash.
Oh, well, yeah. Long story short, I was saying this is what we need to do to prove we're contenders. Grind out wins when we haven't been playing the best. We didn't manage to do it last week. This week, fingers crossed, touch wood, salt over the left shoulder and all that. We can grind out this win. Just get through this last quarter, win the game, move on to Thursday.
Hands it off to Gibbs, and a good run for 5 on first down. Bleeding clock all the way down to the Atlanta 40. Second down and 5.
And to go back to the play, I like the idea of getting Goff on the move, get the pocket moving, help him escape the pressure and make quick reads.
There hasn't been any score yet in the second half, is there? It was 13-3 at the half, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Second down and 6 then, officially. At the 41-yard line. Goff under centre and looking to hand it off, and he does. Gibbs, breaks free and gets 10.
Just runs.
But he ran into his own man. That could have been a home run hitter if he hadn't.
Oh. Yeah. Don't like the fact the Falcons stood on one of our players there, but after the play was dead, but alas. How were the Chargers in first? How did the Chargers get first and 18?
It would be a hold where they're at their... Yeah.
Trey McKee, I just looked. I was like confused. I looked down and saw his first 18. I'm like, how? There's Josh Allen scores against the Commanders.
Run by Gibbs. He's got 3. And that's going to be a massive gainer all the way down to the 8. What a run by Jahmyr Gibbs. He is rolling, baby.
Love to see it.
Running off left tackle here with motion from left to right. Through the speed gap, actually, I think, after the line shifts and dives forward down to the 8. First down and goal for the Lions. Chance to put this game to bed.
Come on, guys.
Come on. Goff.
Packers are finally on the board against the Saints.
Goff takes the snap and hands it off to Gibbs, looking right, but gets hit. Oh, he stayed up. Managed to get back to the line, but it's second down and goal from the 8.
With 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter, the Packers finally score against the Saints.
It's now
17-3. Yeah.
Right, we need the Chargers to get another one here against Minnesota. 4 points ahead, second down and 7 at the Chargers 42. Chance there. Second down and goal for the Lions. 10:40 left in this game. I would expect another run here, really. Goff. Play action, though. Throws it right, left and caught. Amon-Ra St. Brown about 2 yards shy of the goal line. Third down and goal from the 2.
Mike Williams is down for the Chargers with a knee injury.
Oh, we don't need that.
That 21-yard run by Gibbs just was the Detroit's first explosive run of the season.
Yeah, tell me about it. Right, 10 minutes to go. 13-3. Third down and goal for Detroit. Goff takes a snap with Laporta in motion. Keeps himself and Roger there. Touchdown Detroit. Let's go, baby. Jared Goff. Yeah, man. Let's go. Zone read by Jared Goff.
We're using the Falcons' own playbook against them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Just a nice little zone read. Just a nice little zone read.
I've never seen Goff run that play. And he beats the edge player to the touchdown. Fucking beautiful, man. And the PAT is good. 20 points to 3. Let's go. This is now a 3-score game, people.
Love it. The Lions, well, 2 facts, because I've got them back to back. The Lions have now scored at least 20 points for the 12th straight game, the longest active streak in the NFL, and the second longest streak in franchise history. So the franchise record is 13 games. And then Gibbs, who supposedly we overdrafted and have been used right, is the first Detroit Lions running back to post 50 yards in each of their first 3 career games since Barry Sanders in 1989.
Sorry, say that last one again?
The first one.
No, the one you just said.
The Lions have now scored at least 20 points for the 12th straight game, the longest active streak in the NFL, and the second longest streak in franchise history. And the longest one is for 13 is the record. And then with Gibbs, he is the first rookie running back to post 50-plus scrimmage yards in each of their first 3 career games since Barry in '89. The only other rookie running backs to do so for us are James Jones in '83, Billy Sims in 1980, and Mel Farr in '67. Yet we haven't been using Gibbs right.
Let's bring up the scoreboard as I've hastily updated it. Or I haven't updated the score, though, which might be the important thing. 20-3 for the Lions. Goff, 20 of 31, 221, a touchdown, an interception, and a rushing score. Glad I have him in fantasy, therefore. Running back leader Gibbs, 16 for 79 yards and a reception for 2. Laporta has 8 for 84 and a touchdown, but he's not the receiving leader anymore, because that would be Amon-Ra St. Brown with 9 catches for 102 yards. And Branch also has 3 passes defended and 2 tackles for a loss. For the Falcons, Ridder is now completing only 50% of his passes, 12 for 24 for 120. Bijan, 9 rushes for 32 yards, and Kyle Pitts still leading the receiving numbers, 3 receptions for 33 yards. Ash, is this game done yet?
Not yet. But if we can hold Atlanta to a field goal or less on this drive, it might be. Because then we could just bleed down the clock.
Right, Saints have the ball against Green Bay, 1st and 10 at their own 33, 17-3, but the Vikings have the ball back against the Chargers with a third quarter expiring, 1st and 10 at their own 31, down 4. Kickoff all the way to the 1 is going to be returned by the Falcons, and a fantastic play by Malcolm Rodriguez, tackled down at the 18 of the Falcons.
We love to see it, and it's certainly of note because obviously to do with the Commanders and that. The Bills are 30-0 up on the Commanders after Sam Howell throws his 4th interception of the day, which was returned for a pick 6 by AJ Epinesa.
Oh dear!
So the wheels are falling off for the Commanders.
Houston have scored another field goal, making it a 3-possession game, 27-10 against Jacksonville. Right, Falcons at their own 18. 9:44 left in this game. 1st down and 10. Ridder. In the noise of Ford Field, does he believe in a 3-score game he can do it here? Ridder is changing the play already. In pistol. Pitts comes out as a wide receiver. Takes a snap. Ridder pumps the second time and then basically throws it away. Anzalone in coverage against Algier.
There's the physical signals we were told that the defense was doing. So you saw when they motioned, you saw Campbell come up, Anzalone come up to McNeil and give him a gentle, playful slap on the derriere, and you see him shift over. But yeah, another fact. Amon-Ra is the 7th
second down
Lion.
Throw behind the line. Lovely tackle by Brian Branch. That's his 3rd tackle for a loss in the game. Unbelievable play. Sorry, man.
Let's say, St. Brown is the 7th Lion and the first since Marvin Jones in 2016 to log 100-plus receiving yards in 2 of the first 3 games of the season. His 8 career games with 100 receiving yards are tied for the 3rd most for a Lions player's first 3 career seasons.
Right, 3rd and 14 for the Falcons, and I mean, you got to think this is 4-down territory now, really.
It has to be.
It has to be
now.
Ridder, 5-step drop, throws with power, and a lovely throw. Completes for a 1st down to Kadarrell Hodge, number 18?
No, that would be Matt Collins.
My bad. 1st down and 10. Oh, we could have done something very good there, but unfortunately not. Snap away for Ridder. Looking again, good protection. And Pitts with the catch. 2nd down and 5. Clock continues to run. But the clock has now stopped. I reckon there must be an injury in here. Why is the clock stopped?
I don't know. I'm trying to say.
The clock should not have stopped.
No, I don't know. This is not college where the clock stops on first downs.
No. Ritter, tried to check it down, but Bijan wasn't looking around for it. 3rd down and 5 now. How often will KJ Osborne be the guy for the Vikings? He seems to be just a forgotten man that comes up so well. Yeah. Right, Falcons 42, snaps it on 3rd and 5. Ritter, and he's overthrown that. And the flag comes in. It looked like that was tipped at the line. There's Jerry Jacobs with DPI again, I think. But I think this was tipped. It was either tipped or it was a terrible throw. But yeah, it's a definite penalty, and Jacobs can't do that.
I don't want to say it, but
yank him.
Is it yank? Yeah. Thank you.
Running play to the left-hand side. Lovely tackle in there. What are they doing running the ball in that situation? That might be Brian Branch again.
Yeah, Branch was in on it. With... Yep, looks like Branch.
8 minutes to go. 2nd down and 9 at the Lions 47. Ritter, 2-step drop, looking and crossing route. And he's got free and keeps him in bounds. Well done, Cam Sutton, with the tackle. It's a 1st down and 10. They are progressing down the field here, the Falcons.
But keeping him in bounds is good. Just make them use up the clock.
Actually, I think if you go out of bounds before 5 minutes, before 5 minutes, then the clock continues to run anyway. I think.
Fair. Okay.
If I'm not great on rules, but I think so. Right, 7:28 left. 20-3 in favour of the Lions. Ritter driving for the first time today, really. Play action. Aleem up the middle, and Aleem almost got there. Forced an incompletion. Clock stops with 7:18 to go. 2nd down and 10.
I love it, Manil.
Aleem is having a day.
You can see he's really working there. Former All-Pro right guard, Chris Lindstrom. You can literally see him. He's like red and sweating.
Quick throw and lovely little dive. Their spin move by Jonnu Smith. Austin just said no DPI and tips. I know, that's why I thought it was. Well, that's why I was hoping it was tipped. 3rd down and 2 for the Falcons as the clock continues to run here. 7 minutes on that clock. Snapped, Ritter hands it off to Algier, and he gets there just.
The crowd noise is loud. The crowd noise is loud when Ritter's literally having to turn to his receivers and use his fingers.
Yeah.
To say what it is.
Yeah. 1st down and 10 then. First down and 10. Ritter. 2-step drop. Gotta be hit by Hutchinson! Sack City is here, baby! What a swing move.
I love it.
That is the Lions' 6th sack on the day. And he almost got him round the neck.
Jake Matthews.
2nd and 17. Snapped it, and Ritter with a quick throw and a good one to Jonnu Smith for a gain of about 10. 3rd down and maybe 7.
I really want to see what our pressure numbers are like after this game, because
5:45 left. 3rd and 6. Ritter, easy completion to number 12. Cam Sutton in coverage, missed him entirely. That's Carter L. Hodge. 1st down and goal. 1st down and goal for the Falcons. I don't know how far they are out, so I have nominally 1st and 7 here.
I can look for you.
It is 1st and 7. Ritter looking left. Back shot or fade. Not there. It's 2nd down and 7. Oh, man. Sutton versus London is an interesting matchup.
I think, yeah.
Ritter's got to get the
Sutton's
ball
got
out quick here.
Yeah.
Second down and goal, 5:15 left in a 3-score game, 20-3 Lions. Can they hold here and force a field goal? They got to change the play, and there's only 6 seconds left to get this off. Are they going to have to burn a timeout? 1 second left on the play clock. There's not enough time. It's gone. It's gone. That's got to be a flag for a false start, for a delay of game, and it is.
The Vikings have just took the lead against the Chargers.
No. Delay of game makes it second down and goal from the 12. Damn it. Come on, Chargers.
Aiden Hutchinson is the only player in NFL history to post 10 sacks and 3 interceptions through their first 20 career games.
The only player in history? Wow.
Yes. And this is his 19th.
Right, second down and goal from the 12. Empty set with 5 wide. We've seen this a few times tonight. Ritter throws this normally out of a 2-step drop and very quickly. That's 1 step and throws it, and a good bit of coverage by Brian Branch to hold it to a gain of maybe 2.5. Third down and goal from the 10.
Ooh, Packers are second and goal from the New Orleans 2 as well, so they could go within 1 score.
Ritter's gone quickly and throws it, and that's a lovely bit of play by Jacobs. It's 4th down and goal from the 6, and you kind of have to feel that they're going to go for this, even though
they have to, yeah.
A field goal would put them within 2 scores, but 2 scores of a tie. They've got to... Oh, they are bringing out Young Hoku.
Interesting choice.
I think the analytics would say this is a bad choice, but you can see why someone does it. 20-3, yeah. Snaps good, holds good, Koo puts it through, and it is 20-6. But if the Lions get away with wasting all that clock, and they still were only 2 scores away from a tie, you're going to take that all day.
Exactly. It's 4-minute offense time now. I know we've had the Gibbs show now, but it's time just to put in Craig Reynolds, put in Zonathan Knight, and run the ball down their throats.
I mean, I think this is onside kick territory, personally.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. If we get the onside kick, then run it down their throats with Bam and Netflix. Well, is he Netflix now? Or is he still Hulu?
I don't know.
I think he's Hulu. Yeah, I think he's Hulu still.
So we have got in the game 6 sacks, 1 each for Campbell, Harris, Barnes, Hutchinson, McNeil, and Jones, and 5 more additional tackles for a loss. 1 by Charles Harris, 1 by Ifeatu Melifonwu, and 3 by Brian Branch, who leads the team with 10 tackles. Incredible day.
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
He's making a strong case.
Probably my bad that I can't think of anyone else who can rival him right now.
Who's had a good year for Defensive Player of the Year?
Oh my God. Gardner Minshew has just done a Dan Orlovsky.
Safety at the end zone?
Yep.
Oh dear.
Have
you seen the Denver-Miami score?
No, I will look now and I'm probably going to laugh.
It's end of the 3rd quarter is the score it is now.
That is, oh my God.
That's embarrassing to have 50 points scored on you in 3 quarters. The Jets are coming back against New England. They've just scored a touchdown, 13-10 that ball game. Buffalo up 37-0 against Washington. If you took
have you seen who scored for the Jets?
No.
Nick Borden.
Hey, all right.
What is more embarrassing, the Broncos' performance today against Miami, or who lost to Newcastle?
Tennessee against Cleveland, 27-3 is not great.
Or Sheffield United versus Newcastle.
Green Bay have scored a touchdown against New Orleans, and they have scored a 2-point conversion, 17-11, a 6-point game. So, faced with a PAT to go 7 behind, they've taken the 2-point conversion route. Interesting. Very interesting. 7 minutes to go in that game. Saints lead by 6, but their quarterback is out, and they have Jameis starting back there. Houston 17 up against Jacksonville still. Chargers are in Minnesota territory, 2nd down and 5, but they're down 3, 24-21. We could be looking at a sweep of the North bar us, but we could be looking at all of the North winning today. Not sure. How is everyone in the chat feeling about this game so far? 20-6, less than 5 minutes to play. Feels like a good day to me as Jared Goff comes onto the field. I actually missed the kick. Did they just kick it away normally? They must have done.
They kicked it away normally, and Leaf used the new fair catch rule to get us to the 25.
Craig Reynolds with a lovely gain of about 8.5 for 2nd down and 2.
Run it down their throats. we're like, this is it. 4-minute offense. Chew the clock.
Falcons have 3 timeouts, but El Gentleman just said, I'm chilled as fuck, to be honest. I feel strangely calm.
Same. This is...
Goff hasn't even called the play in the huddle, and there's 15 seconds left on the clock.
Bears
3:40 left.
Bears offensive lineman Nate Davis is active, but no will not start today in case he will be available as a backup if needed, but still dealing with a personal situation. So God knows he's starting the right guard for them. Please tell me we've got a timeout off there.
That's, yes. Second charge timeout for Detroit. 3:30 on the clock.
Dan's not happy.
Well, when we're on offense in our own field and we're at 14, there should be no way in 4-minute offense you're having to burn a timeout. Tony White just said Micah Parsons is the best defensive player, but he isn't the rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Can't be the rookie
of the year. It just looks like Will Anderson's only got 1 sack. He's the only person who can really think.
Yeah. I don't know if there's someone lower down that might be worth it.
I'll dig through later, probably I'll find someone.
Right, Lions snap the ball and a toss play to Craig Reynolds. And the line destroying people, there's 2 flags on the play.
1 in the backfield, 1 in there. So I'm hoping it's offsetting penalties.
Feels like it should be 3:26 left on the clock. Probably both by us, to be honest. Reynolds is suggesting it's all on them. If it is a defensive hold, might consider declining it. Fouls by both teams. Holding by number 90 on defense. Holding by Josh Reynolds on offense. Offsetting penalties. Repeat 2nd down. So 2nd down and 2 happening. 3:26 left. Carlton saying the D has played well. Bend, don't break, mistake free. I mean, they weren't bend, don't break. They were very aggressive. And I think that last drive was the first time in this half that they've been in our half. Actually, no, they had the interception. Sorry, where they missed the field goal from. My bad. But still.
But for a defense last week that was giving up a lot, for them to hold Atlanta, who were...
Troy Anderson off the field injured. He'll probably be done for the game now with only 3.5 left. 2nd and 2. Man in motion. Goff takes a snap and hands it off to Craig Reynolds, who gets the 1st down. And then there's a late hit on him. Not called. 1st down and 10 Lions. And the clock continues to run.
There we go. So Atlanta were coming into... Okay, they were the 15th scoring offense with 24.5 points. To hold them to a quarter of that is pretty damn good, especially since our defense was... Actually, our defense is actually good, holding teams to 20, an average of 20 a game. This didn't update, did it?
Right.
That's
2:45 left. 1st down and 10. Goff snaps it with only 2 seconds left. Rush by Gibbs to the outside. Manages to gain maybe 1.5 yards for 2nd down and 8.
Delayed little counter move there.
Yeah, it looked like that Goff didn't know what was happening there, the way that happened. And the Falcons burn their 1st timeout of the half. Which makes sense because you're less than 40 away from the 2-minute warning, so it's basically the same thing.
We have rushed for nearly 3 times the amount of their rushing yards. Jeez.
Beautiful thing to hear the announcers say a dominant performance by Detroit. Beautiful words
really
to hear.
is. Unless touch wood, anything drastic happening, we're going to be a lot happier discussing this tomorrow than we were last week.
Yeah, I bet. I haven't listened to it yet because I only got back at 3 a.m. yesterday.
Yeah.
So, 2nd down and 9, 2:35 left. Goff looks like he has Reynolds in the backfield. And he does have Reynolds in the backfield, and he hands it off to him. They set out for the run and get a tackle for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Now, you would expect another timeout here by Arthur Smith, and it is another timeout. 2:30 left. I think that on 3rd and 10, you should run the ball here, make them burn their last timeout, and then if they score a touchdown, there's less than 2 minutes to go, and not getting the onside kick ends the game. Like, leaving them with a timeout almost bails them out just a little bit. I mean, if you get the 1st down, great, you've ended the game, but you've got 2 scores, so I don't think you even need to risk it.
Chargers have scored. They're back in front.
Come on! We are,
With
I think...
8 minutes left.
We are going to turn... Well, I'm making an executive decision. We're turning over to watch that game after this, if that's all right with you. Cool. And then we can have a look at the Lions game afterwards. Goff with a lovely handoff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. It didn't quite work. Oh, there's a bit of fighting with Khalif Raymond out there. Timeout for Atlanta. No flags thrown there. They are out of timeouts. It's 4th down and 6. Goff coming off the field. I mean, I would say I wouldn't hate a fake here just to end it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
It's not going to happen.
I mean, I don't want to be technical. I think, Atlanta technically have a 4th timeout left with the 2-minute warning, but it's... who cares? Come on, Fox.
Right, looking for a good Fox punt here to finish things off, make him go the length of the field. 4th and 7. Fox gets the kick away. Lovely punt. And a fair catch, at the 8-yard line. They've got to go most of the length of the field, and Fox has had an unbelievable day.
In a way, they've got to go 192 yards in just over 2 minutes.
With no timeouts. And a 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
20-6. This looks like it is done. Ridder. 2:17 to go in this game.
But I can see the way our second
Ridder looking to escape forward, throws it, and what a hit by Branch, and he gets called for unnecessary roughness. That's so harsh. That's so harsh.
It's not his fault that he's got such a truck stick that he can
it's helmet to helmet contacts, and it is definitely a penalty. He led with the helmet and it hits his helmet. That would be targeting in college, and he would be ejected. It is it's a fine call. I am not calling the refs for that. That is absolutely fine by me. That should be a foul. That's dangerous play.
God damn it, Frank.
The one mistake he's made today.
Yeah.
Bijan just takes it as well, like a champ.
I mean, yeah, Bijan is a bloody tank.
Ridder throws it right. Oh, he dropped the interception! Tracy Walker had it in his hands. That's the second one he's dropped now. Oh my God, he should have had that. He jumps the route and gets there so early. He gets there too early for his hands.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Right in his stomach. 2nd down and 10, 2:07 to go. Ridder, 5-step drop looking deep. Fumble! Fumble! Hutchinson has it! Let's go! Game! Ball game! Yes! Game over! Yes! 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 Hutchinson finishes it for Detroit. That's the ball game. Kneel down's coming up. Let's go!
That is...
Ball game. Oh, you beauty, Aiden. Brent DeWitt, super chat, $2 saying, will Branch get fined? Unfortunately, I fear he will with that hit.
Yeah.
He has to.
It will only be probably about 5,000 or so nothing too big. Just like a whole 4 or 5 months' wages for me.
Right, I'm turning off the game because it is done, and I am moving on to the Vikings game.
I'm going to keep the game up. I'll get the game up on my phone because I've got the Zone app just to make sure. But then,
where is Vikings? I can't see it.
They are the... God.
Are they the Sky Sports game?
They are.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
What?
Extra legal maneuvers.
Oh no, I'm a Sky subscriber.
I'm too poor.
Oh, it's Victory Monday, people. Tell us how you're feeling. Tell us how you're feeling.
I've got a tweet. Well, the good thing is as well with the other game in the north that we're not really taking notice of. There's certain people tweeting things. I'm just going to bookmark for later.
Sign into Sky through Virgin Media. Watch Sky Sports. Chargers Vikings. Play. Come on. All right. We'll be watching this one till the end, and then we'll break down the Lions game very quickly. Okay,
100%.
So 28-24 to the Chargers. Vikings have the ball, and it's at the 27-yard line of the Chargers. Cousins with a swing pass. Wide receiver screen. Jefferson dives for it. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 from the 23-yard line of the Chargers. 4-point game, 6 minutes left. Sorry, Ash.
Packers are leading.
What?
18-17.
Oh, they went for a 2-pointer.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, shit. With 3 minutes to go. Saints, come on, guys. Pull it out.
They haven't scored a point. They haven't scored a point since Derek Carr left the game.
Right, I'll get that game up as well. I'm going to double box it. Right, Vikings, 1st down and 10, 5 minutes to go. 28-24. Cousins hands it off, running back, going up the middle, and a big gain of 10 yards, maybe 9.5. It's going to be 1st down and goal, 5 minutes to go, and Green Bay kicking off with 2:56 left. People, keep the comments coming on Detroit. I'm going to talk about them in just a moment. 1-point game, Green Bay. Saints 2-0. Need to keep it going. Lovely run play by the Vikings. Chargers need to hold here. Mike just said Matt can't take any holiday vacation on Lions games brackets ever. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. 2nd down and 1. In shotgun for the Vikings. Cousins, quick pass off to Jefferson. Wide receiver screen. Gets it all the way down to the 3-yard line. 1st down and goal. 4:23 left. Right. Green Bay against Saints. Saints with the ball. 2:56 left. At the 25. Winston takes a snap. And that's a really bad throw, but great catch by Michael Thomas, sorry. How do I confuse those two people?
True, one's a good receiver and the other's a slant boy.
2nd and 5 for the Saints. And 1st down and goal for the Vikings. Saints. Winston going deep. Lovely catch. Fantastic catch by number 12 for the Saints. And
that's Chris Olave.
That's Chris Olave. 2nd down and goal for the Vikings, maybe at the 1 now. 4 minutes to go. Yeah, definitely short Matteson, half-yard line. Carlton just said, I think Cam Sutton has been a great signing. Cornerback you don't notice on the field. Absolutely true.
Best thing.
1st down and 10 for the Saints in Green Bay territory. Oh, and that could have been picked, but it wasn't. Here's Cousins in I formation on the 1-yard line. Cousins takes a snap, hands off to the running back, and hit the backfield, and Matteson tackle for a loss. 3rd down and goal from 2. 3.5 minutes to go. Four-point game. And there should be enough time for the Chargers to come back if they need to. Lovely hit in the backfield by the Chargers. Right, 2nd down and 10 for the Saints. 2-step drop. Is blitz coming and a lovely tackle, but it's a 10-yard gain. And Chris Olave down at the 32-yard line. They're in field goal range, and that is going to be the 2-minute warning. Cousins rolling out right, and he throws it and chucks it away. 4th down and goal for the Vikings. 2:58 left. McExperiment saying Saints getting close now. They have about a 49-yard kick. Do they have a good kicker? Well, they cut Will Lutz.
Their kicker is good. He's a rookie. I remember. I can't remember his name. He is called. Should know this. Groupie.
All right.
He's called Blake Groupie, and he's on the season so far. He's 5 of 5.
4th down and goal for the Vikings. Only 2 minutes. There's 2 seconds to get this off. Cousins looking left. Hasn't stopped looking left. There's a flag down. Incomplete. But what's the flag? What is the flag? The flag is illegal shift on the offense. It has been rejected. Chargers take over on downs. 2:53 left. Vikings have 2 timeouts. Chargers have a chance to run out this clock now. Brandon Staley, looking to hang on to his job after starting 0-2, needs a win here. Oh, Carltonwood says Aaron Glenn is great. Well, we've held a good rushing team to 6 points, so not disagreeing with you for this game. Teardrop Floyd said, fantastic rebound from a tough loss last week. FTP next week. Funky Dude saying, hey all. Hey you. Ash, what's happening out there?
Just thinking about the Patriots scored a safety on the Jets, so they're 5 points up right now.
Oh, lovely pass by Herbert to get out of their own end zone area. 1st down and 10, and the clock is running now in the Vikings game. Sorry.
The Falcons have had over 100 rushing yards in 18 of their last 19 games. Today, the Lions' defense allowed just 44 rushing yards.
Dominant. Absolutely dominant. This is what we can do to teams. Even with our 4th string right tackle playing, this is what we can do. And Goff didn't look great. Our O-line didn't look great. But when Goff needed to ball, apart from the pick, he did. We had... The problem was we couldn't finish our drives. We had 5 significant drives and only 2 touchdowns out of them.
Yeah.
Rush for the Chargers. Gains 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 at the 2-minute warning, and the Vikings have 2 timeouts left. If they convert on 3rd down here, that will be the ball game. 18-17, Packers-Saints. It's at the 32-yard line. Saints have the ball 1st and 10. And Winston, that's Hill. Hill with the rush. Taysom Hill gains 1.
The Dolphins have scored again. They are the first NFL team to have scored 60 points in a game for over 12 years. That's mad. So glad we don't play them this year.
Okay.
And on 4th and 10, so Zach Wilson throws it to Tyler Conklin for 1 yard. So the Patriots take over at the Jets 46 with 1:26 left, and Jets have 2 timeouts. So the Patriots have got 1 first down to win the game.
2nd and 8, Jameis Winston with pressure in his face throws it. Oh! Oh, that catch could have ended things. 1:15 left. 3rd down and 8. There's 3 timeouts for Green Bay. They're in field goal range, but they need to give themselves a better kick. Baltimore have just put themselves in field goal range. 6 seconds left. Attempt goes up, and it is good. Baltimore win. Oh, no good. Short.
No good.
61-yard kick. And they go to OT. Colts hold Ravens 19 apiece. Amazing. Right, here it comes the Packers and the Saints. 3rd down and 8. 1:15 to go. If you get a first down here, that's almost a ball game. Oh, they didn't get the playoff. The Saints didn't get the playoff. And that
Second
is
time
going
out.
to be... Oh, okay. Thank God for that. Thank God.
I know, exactly.
Oh. Matt LaFleur doesn't like the call of second time out charge, but I'm sure he wasn't on the sideline when it was being called. James Burgess saying Justin Tucker fails the miracle. Heaven forbid he misses a kick from 60 yards against the Lions.
Yeah. 70. You
Right.
make that 70 points for the Dolphins. They've just scored again.
Jesus Christ.
67-yard rushing touchdown for A-Chain.
Call the hospital. There's a case of a significant burn. Keenan Allen has 200 yards today. 205. Here goes 2nd and 8 for the Chargers. Looking to end things here. They hand it off. Hit in the backfield. That's going to be 3rd down and 11. And a timeout will be taken with 1:57 left. Here's the Saints. Winston goes for the throw and gains 4 and a timeout called instantly. 4th down and 6 is coming. 1:08 left. Field goal coming up to put the Saints in the lead.
The Dolphins have now scored more points than any team since the 1966 Washington team, who scored an NFL regular season record 72 points against the Giants.
Incredible.
Jesus.
Right, can the Saints do the business here? Patriots have not quite sewn it up. They've got a field goal kick to make it an 8-point game with 1:08 left. In the Denver game, there's still 8 minutes left. Can they get 100? Chargers.
Easily, yeah.
Chargers with the throw and a lovely catch on 3rd down and 10, but he hasn't quite got there. He's 1 yard short. Here comes the field goal kick. 46 yards away for the Saints to take the lead. Snap is away.
No,
hold is good. It's going wide right. Missed it. Saints missed the kick. Green Bay are going to win this game. Not enough timeouts left after they had to burn one just a minute ago. Grupper misses it. And the Green Bay Packers are moving to 2-1.
That means they stay in first place. It's divisional record.
Ah, right. Right, 4th and 1 for the Chargers. I think they should go for this and just end it right here. The Vikings have used all of their timeouts and a conversion wins the game. And if they don't get it, a field goal is no good for the Vikings, but it's a very ballsy call here. A false start, not a false start, an offside call for the Vikings also ends things. Chargers do snap it. Go up the middle, and he didn't get there! Vikings turn it over! Vikings
24.
turn it over. What a play, and what a terrible play call by the Chargers. My God. Shit. This is looking like 3-0 in the division, not 1-2. God damn.
This is just...
Josh Kelly up the middle, and oh, he might have got there, but you can't see it with the camera angle. Oh my God. Oh, that's a terrible play call. Oh my God. Oh, damn. It's the right decision to go for it on 4th down. They're saying that it will be talked about for a long time, but it's the right decision to go for it and end it right there. You back your defense to stop them getting a touchdown. And if they do get a touchdown quickly, you've got time with timeouts to go down and score still. It's absolutely the right decision. But the play call makes it bad.
It really does. It's just pain. Jets are setting up for a Hail Mary on their own 45. 1 second left.
Packers game has gone final. 18-17 victory.
Yeah.
Carolina Seahawks has kicked off. Runner was short, confirmed by the booth. 1st down and 10 Vikings.
If the Dolphins score another touchdown, they're going to break the scoregami chart because the guy who does scoregami only tracks up to 73.
Oh dear. They're probably definitely going to score. I mean, unless they give up on offense.
Oh, breaking news of the most important kind. Taylor Swift is at Arrowhead to watch Travis Kelce absolutely tear the Bears a new one.
Excellent. Right, Vikings then at the 25 of the Chargers. Can they back it up here? Play action by Cousins looking right. Throwing! And he just misses KJ Osborne. Should have hit him there. And that would have been the touchdown very early. 1:41 left. 4-point game. Field goal no good. No timeouts for the Vikings. 2nd down and 10. KJ in the right-hand slot with a lovely kind of swivel move. Oh, it was good. And he just didn't put it on the money, Kirk. 2nd down and 10. In shotgun. Hands it off to Mattison. Hit in the backfield! 3rd down and 11. Lovely tackle for a loss by Joseph Day. Sebastian Joseph Day with a lovely play. And the clock now continues to run. Which is probably not a bad thing for the Vikings because you want to win it here. Really bad handoff by Kirk Cousins. Experiment just said they lost 14% win probability by going for it on 4th and 1. Are you sure it's the right call? I would go for it there.
Yes, Ben Baldwin's just tweeted it. The go
Cousins
is
throwing it for the end zone. He's got a man. Oh, and he dropped it in the end zone. There's a flag. Sorry.
So yeah, the going for it. Yeah, okay. If they fail it, the win probability drops to 59%. But it's a very easy go for it decision.
Oh.
Like if they succeed, their win probability goes to 100, and it has a 73% success rate by his bot. So yeah, very easy go for them. And Justin Jefferson's down for the Vikings.
Illegal hands to the face penalty on the Chargers means it's a new set of downs for the Vikings. So even if Jefferson is down, the Vikings can get the win here. Oh, that's knee. That's a knee. Asante Samuel almost got the pick in the end zone, but of course it wouldn't have mattered because of the flag. Experiment just says it's an ankle injury.
Yeah. The Broncos went for it on a 4th and 15 from the 21, didn't get it. So now Dolphins get the ball with 4:05 left on the clock and all 3 timeouts to get that.
I mean, just kneel down at this point and just see if they do anything. Yeah, it was definitely a penalty. Jefferson looks like he is in pain. Vikings fans with heads in hands. He's up on his feet. He is gingerly walking to the sideline, but I'm not sure. They should risk him here.
They shouldn't. He really shouldn't.
Oh, that looks painful, but maybe he can get out there. What a day for Justin as well. 7 catches, 149 yards, 1 touchdown.
Now, the good thing for him is other people have stepped up. So Mattison's ran for 94. Hawkinson's got 64 yards. Addison's got 52. For once, he isn't just the only bit of their offense. They actually have other bits stepping up for him.
Cousins, first down and 10 from the 20. Lovely throw. Great pass breakup. Amazing pass breakup. And Hawkinson is down now. Oh, man, he got hit hard. TJ looks like he's out. I think he's out. Let's have a look at this. Gilman with the hit to Hawkinson's side. He's not out. He can't be out. He didn't hit his head. Lovely hit by Gilman. And second down and 10. Is that not a 10-second runoff? You've got no timeouts left and you have an injury timeout on the field. I thought that was a 10-second runoff.
Same. How?
Oh, 5 yard. It's a 5-yard penalty instead of a 10-second runoff, apparently.
That's changed. I've just, well. Oh, Jesus Christ, Miami. In the admitted hour in the clock, but they're in the space of 3 plays, they go from their own 21 to Denver's 23. Someone called.
Good throw by Cousins, gets back the 5 yards. It's third down and 10 with 47 seconds left. All Miami has to do is get a field goal, right? For the record. They're in field goal range, so. Right, Jefferson is back in the huddle. Third down and 10, 47 seconds left.
It was cramps like Amon-Ra had last week.
Hawkinson's back out there as well. Third down and 10. 10 seconds left to get this play off. 2 deep safeties on this play, but a lot of pressure on the line. Addison comes in left to right. And Cousins looking his way, but throws it short to Hawkinson. Gain of maybe 6. Fourth down and 4. 42 seconds left. Ball game on this play. Maniac Sports says, don't you mean Minnesota? What have I been saying?
Oh, about the field goal. No, Matt was saying about Miami. They need a field goal to break the regular season single game scoring record.
42 seconds left. 4th and 5. No timeouts. 4-point game from the 15-yard line. 4 wide receivers out there. Cousins throws, completes to Hawkinson. First down and 10. Inbounds. 35 seconds left. First down and goal from the 6. Cousins getting the call in the huddle. Trying to direct traffic, but is struggling to get the play off here. 15 seconds left from the 6.5-yard line. Rushing 4. Cousins looking, throwing. It was intercepted. Ball game. Vikings lose. Chargers win it.
Kenneth Murray. UG. Now we just switch focus to Miami.
I will ask you to do that. I think I'll focus on NFC North. Let me just run down the stats in the Lions game for you guys. The offense for Atlanta, they had net passing yards of 139 yards because of 62 yards gained for the Lions in 7 sacks. Ridder himself went 21 of 38 for 201 yards. No touchdowns or interceptions. They have 44 yards on the ground, led by Bijan Robinson, 10 carries for 33 yards, 3.3 yards per click. How about this, though? Tyler Algier, 1,000-yard rusher last year, 7 carries for 12 yards. Someone asked whether Ridder or Bijan would get more rushing yards. Ridder had 2 carries for 3 yards. Receiving was led by Kyle Pitts, 5 catches on 9 targets, 41 yards total. Ridder also had a fumble that he lost. It was recovered by Aiden Hutchinson to end the game. On offense for the Lions, Jared Goff, 22 of 33 for 243, a touchdown, an interception, and a rushing touchdown too. Jahmyr Gibbs led the team in rushing, 17 for 79, which is 4.0 something yards a carry, along with 21 late on in the game to end up killing clock. There was only 4 receivers who actually caught balls today, which is a bit weird because the Lions normally spread it out. They were led by Amon-Ra St. Brown, 9 of 12 for 102, but Sam Laporta gets his first touchdown in his NFL career, 8 on 11 targets for 84 yards and a touchdown, and Khalif Raymond's becoming a bigger part of the offense, 4 on 6 targets for 55. The big story of the day on defense for Detroit was Brian Branch. 11 tackles led the team. All of his tackles were solo tackles. 3 tackles for a loss and 3 passes defended. The Lions had in total 7 sacks, which included 2 for Hutchinson, but they had 11 tackles for a loss for the team. On defense for Atlanta, Jesse Bates had 11 tackles, which led the team. They only had 3 tackles for a loss and no sacks, which seems funny given how we're feeling about the offensive line right now for Detroit. Ash, how are you feeling about the game now after we're about 20 minutes out, half an hour out?
Still very good. Missily might have helped seeing the Vikings lose. At least we're still kind of joint first place. Packers have the split right now because of the divisional win, but we've got the momentum to go and take it off them on Thursday, hand them a arse whopping and relegate them to second or even third place because I know Vikings take on Panthers next week, so who knows if Bryce Young will be back. And then the Bears have the battle of the mid because they're going to play the Broncos themselves. So it might be that is going to be a fun game to watch if you're a true sicko, just seeing how bad those teams are. But I'm pumped. I'm ready for Thursday. And I can promise you, the Jaeger will go back in the freezer and I will be there at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll be slamming those Jaeger bombs as we shoot Love through the heart. And he's too late because he's giving Love a bad name.
Derek Bobarek on Twitch redeems a highlight my message for 100 Twitch channel points and says not bad, not too shabby considering how many injuries we had, but too many penalties. Teardrop Floyd's a great show, gentlemen. Thanks for all that you do. Ken Stowler saying the Lions post-game show is about to start, so be well all. And James Burgess signing off saying great show, gents. See you all y'all next time. Ash, that's going to be me as I go and say hello to my girlfriend and maybe watch Chiefs versus Bears, I think, in the red zone for the rest of the night.
All I'm going to say is Miami, you disappoint me. They just knelt it down. They didn't go for the field goal. They didn't go for the record.
That's very disappointing. Right. Appreciate everyone for watching. You've been fantastic as always. Ash, you on Thursday?
Yep, I'll be here ready. I'll come straight off work, hurrying back to sit here and absolutely just hopefully have a good time. And then I've got Friday off so we can relax a bit, do the review show, and then off we go.
All right. Do you want a recording of this again? Because I haven't actually recorded it on Zoom, but I can download it off Twitch.
Yeah, I can try, just to see if you can get the touchdowns and that.
Let's do it. Right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow for the review show. Packers preview show is on Tuesday. We've got our fabulous guests that we had on during the draft for that from the UK and Irish Packers, so check out the preview show on Tuesday. College Football Podcast is on Wednesday, and then we'll have our live reactions for the Packers game on Thursday. So it's Roar the Lions all week, and the Lions are roaring today. We're 2-1, baby. Let's go, Lions. One pride.
One pride.